You're an athlete. How about helping
Don't
me
care.
with my lower back?
You ready, Chin?
Go for it.
Are we ready?
We've got Ari Shaffir up in this bad boy. If you guys don't know Ari, he is a muscular loudmouth.
If you don't know Ari, fuck you.
This guy.
How about that? It's Monday. I come in hot.
He was just standing in front of the hotel in Montreal like one morning, just with his shirt off, just with his regular Orthodox Jew body.
It was a weather report.
A sexy look.
You look at me from inside, you're like, is the sun out? Well, the guns are out, so yeah, probably the suns are out.
Yeah, let's get out there. Let's get out there.
Ari
Get out there in
didn't
the
give
sun.
it. He could have given two shits. He's like, this is my body.
But these people are in the industry. They're going to look at you. Fuck off. My shirt's coming off.
I loved you for it.
They're going to judge you.
I love
doesn't
Ari
matter.
for two reasons, and I talk about this all the time. One, you're the greatest because we did Rogan's show, and he had a bunch of CDs or like DVDs that he was trying to sell, like his.
What do you mean
stand-up.
show? Like he had a stand-up
so
show?
Ari and I opened for Joe Rogan.
Open for him,
Gotcha.
yeah.
And so it was like, you know how like he shakes hands with 1,000 people. And Ari's standing there with his hair, it's all like this fucking giant
He's
fro.
a mop, yeah.
And he's holding this box of DVDs. He's about as good as marketing as I am, right?
Not good.
So he's standing like this, and so all
He
of a
doesn't
sudden,
have a smartphone.
yeah, so all of a sudden Ari goes like this, he goes, the guy's like, I don't really have change, and Ari goes, you can just take it. He goes, you guys, and he starts giving them away because guys are like, do you take credit card? He goes, nah, if you don't have money, you're here.
Just take
He just gave away all the shit.
I was not prepared for actually what it meant to actually sell CDs.
Then I found out that you lent Bobby Lee, because he admitted it, said it on this podcast.
Admitted it.
$45,000.
It was a lot.
You're such a good guy. When I hear that about somebody, that's it. I'm like, what a fucking, I love you for that.
He needed it. He had a big pill pop-up problem, and he needed the fund. So I was like, all right.
But $45,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah,
dude.
it was a lot. And then he wouldn't pay me back when I was like, lost all my money and I needed to borrow money to pay rent. I'm like, can I have my money back, please? It's been years. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll get to it. I'm like, you're on a show that pays $5,000 a week.
Give me my money.
Give me my money.
Yeah. Well, you're
So
a
did
good
he ever
person.
pay you back?
He eventually did.
Oh, tight move.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot
I feel
of
like
money.
it's rare people pay each other back these days.
Yeah, but they're just like, he's fine.
Yeah, they're like, nah, you're good.
You're
man.
doing
Like,
well. It's
Yeah,
like, what does that have to do with paying me back my money? What are you talking about?
Give me my money back.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody's super rich and you lend them, like one time, my buddy Joey, who made $1 billion or whatever, he was going to give me, he goes, whatever you raise, I'll double it for my special.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I could put $25,000 of my own money as back. And he goes, all right, I'll give you 50 on top of that. And I was like, I probably never have to really pay him back because he makes.
See, that's the problem.
Calculated it.
That's the
Well,
problem.
he was making at the time. We calculated it. He goes, I mean, this year, if you were to look at what I make a day, he went through this list. And he pushed the number toward me, and it said
day.
$108,000
A day?
And I was like, that's a lot of
You
money.
still gotta pay him back though. It doesn't work like that.
You know,
you
it's
don't have to
not-
pay him back once, and then after that, like the next
Yeah.
time you're like, "Can I borrow $10?" Like, you used to owe me $50,000.
Yeah.
no, you can't borrow $10.
Or I could say, just work for a half a day. Work a half a day for me.
Well, there's nothing worse than we have friends like this where when you go to dinner, how many dinners have we paid for with some of our
Alligator
friends?
arms.
And then they'll go, oh bro, you did have some of that appetizer though, right? I'm like, yeah, I think like, all right, well I think you got no, like another 10. Like, God damn.
Oh, that's
like,
my
I paid you
favorite.
50 times.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
like,
nickel
what
and
the
dime me on
fuck?
one.
Now, if you ever want to fuck, if you have a friend who's got alligator arms, and everybody has, and it's people are
Alligator
broke.
arms.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
But if they can't reach for their pockets, all you got to do is this, and we've done it. You just invite everybody out for a boys' night out at Nobu, and just relax. Order the fish. Have them order it. Just bring in the fish, man. I swear to God, when that bill comes, you're going to be like, who broke all the windows and ordered the bag of diamonds? Because this shit is like
Different level.
The bill comes and it's like 1 million. You're literally like $100,000.
So, yeah.
What the fuck? And then so we did that. All my friends from New York there, and guys who were just good time Charlies, just dudes. You've met some
Hangers
of them.
on, like, we're all going to eat on you guys?
Guys,
Sure.
guys who spent a lot of time playing in a softball league, and they act here and there, and they ride their. It was just a bunch of guys, friends, great guys, but nobody really had a real job. But they're fucking ordering because a couple daddies are at the table. Some of our boys are bankers, and they usually pick up the tab, and they're just fucking ordering. Get more of those get more of that caviar with the toro,
and just do it like on the side.
That's bullshit. You gotta let somebody else order
casual
that.
conversation. No, think. Just a second. Yeah, I'll take that. 2 more of those. 2 more of those, and you're all
exactly.
Like, what?
Exactly that. Real casually, like. So let me hold on.
Another miso. Yeah, don't do this time.
I'm gonna order $120 worth of fish.
I'll get another double.
Get a couple. A little. Yeah, exactly. Literally like that. So the bill comes in. It's fucking. I remember looking at it, and my buddy Jerry McFadden goes, "Do me a favor, calculate it a person, and I want you to go around the table and whisper in everybody's ear how much they owe." And it was like $440 a person.
Wow.
And that's how much these fucking idiots
See
were
people
ordering.
like, oh no.
Yeah, Nobu. It's like Nobu's like. So I walk around and Jerry's going. His face is so red as I'm going. It's $440 a person, and you guys would go, "Whoa, what? Whoa,
yeah,
oh," and then they'd start fake searching.
Do I have a wallet? Where would a credit card be kept?
Can I give my plasma?
Oh my god!
How long do I have to work in the kitchen for this?
Exactly.
We had one time where Rogan always pays for everybody,
Yeah.
and first of all, we'd always wait to be like, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, I haven't decided. Just to see if Rogan orders an appetizer. That means we get to also, But then it was like, one time he had to leave. He's like, can you guys, it was covered though.
Yeah.
They were like, we'll pay for it. He's like, you guys cover the tip? We're like, sure. And they're like, oh, fuck, we don't, how much is a tip here? And then we realized like, oh, it's like $50 each. We're like, we don't have that. We had to like really scrounge it together.
Rogan spends money. Like Rogan, when I order wine, I love to look at the wine and I talk to the sommelier. He goes, hey, bullshit. Here's the Joe Rogan method of ordering wine. What's the most expensive? We'll get this one. We'll get the one with all the zeros. I'm like, you fucking
dude. How about I was doing Rogan on Friday? I came straight from San Francisco that morning, drove straight to Rogan to do a podcast.
Well, the studio's halfway to San Francisco, so it's perfect.
I might as well just split this right for shit. And I was so tired, and I got a nitro the coffee from Starbucks. Yeah. And I was so tired, and I go, can you put 2 shots in there? And the lady goes, we don't do that. And I go, just please put 2 goddamn shots in there. She puts the shots in there. I down it. I'm about an hour into, I haven't eaten anything all day. An hour into the podcast, everyone's talking, I'm like, my mouth starts salivating. I'm like, oh, man. I swear on my life, I've never been so close to shitting my pants.
From the caffeine?
I don't know what was going on.
It was the caffeine.
I got so sick.
Yeah.
I've been sick for 2 days straight. I was so sick, man.
And
Rogan's laughing. And I was like, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom, man. I'll be right back. I will be right back.
You shat on the podcast?
Yes.
Nice.
Dude, I almost shit my pants. On the way home, I'm flying down carpool in that slingshot. Dude, I'm fucking, dude.
Trying to erase your colon?
Dude, I don't know what happened.
in the slingshot.
I almost shit Rogan's studio. And then almost shit the slingshot.
That would have been great if you shit right in that werewolf's mouth.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was sweating so bad. And I was trying to leave. I was just trying to not respond. He was asking questions. I was trying to give it kind of dead air because I wanted to
So the show wrap up?
Yeah, and then he goes, yeah, you're not looking too good, man. Let's wrap up. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm about to shit my pants. He goes, wait, Canelo Triple G. What do you think? I'm all, oh, God.
No.
So then I get into that. Dude, I don't know. I was literally sick for 2 days. My mom was in town. I didn't even see him.
Really?
Didn't see him. That's
Didn't see your
how sick I
mom?
was.
Too much.
No.
I remember that. You said you had food poisoning. You were done. Oh, that's right. You that might have been food poisoning plus the.
Were you shitting and barfing?
Yeah,
Oh, those are
dude,
good
I was
ones.
on
Those
the
are good ones.
toilet. MJ, sorry, on the toilet, butt naked, with a garbage pail like this.
Oh, in
thrown
front
up.
of you.
Yeah, my girl walked in and started laughing. She goes, "Oh my God, I've never seen you look so bad."
Isn't that bad?
She goes, "Your balls are hanging out." They're hanging out over the toilet. She goes, "Your balls are hanging out." Dude, I was
When you're down and out like that, you feel so vulnerable.
I thought I was
Like
gonna die.
nothing
Oh, you feel.
It was like I was like shaking.
You
Whoa.
shat and had the pail. I've never done. I always just like get up and barf into the shit.
Ugh.
I never
told you
Keep it
this.
classy, man. I keep it classy.
So
I
you're
didn't
the better way.
I didn't tell you this, but like when we were in, where was it? We had that coffee. Was it? I can't remember. We went to that guy's coffee. He was a fan of ours, and we went in this weird coffee place. And he's like, "Oh," and his mom was there.
Oh,
Remember that? Was that San Fran?
No, that wasn't San Fran.
Was it
San
Seattle?
Jose.
Or San Jose? No, it was
Oh, it's Portland or Seattle.
Portland or something like that.
We've been all
Seattle.
over.
Yeah, it was fucking. Who knows?
We just named the entire
I ate Chinese food.
Oh, Tokyo.
I ate Chinese food, and I never told you this really, but I got sick that night, and I think I told you that I was sick. I was like, I never get food poisoning. I wasn't right for 2 months. I every time I would eat,
Really?
I'd get nauseous. I thought something was
From that
really
kid's
wrong.
coffee?
Remember in Austin when we were there in Austin doing the show? You didn't know this, but
comedy festival?
I was like kind of thinking I was going to die because I was like I was basically low grade nauseous all the time every day for 2 months.
What
and it was
was
from
it?
I think it was the food poisoning through my whole
That bacteria
gut
just
off.
stays in you, and
Yeah.
if you don't kill it, that's why when
You know what helped me
travel-
is I swear to God, not a commercial. On it, gut health, total gut
really?
health. I swear to God,
and that got you over it.
it fucking killed it.
I fucking downed apple cider vinegar.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard blackberries is good too. A raw garlic. Mm-hmm. When I travel, my travel doctors tell me to take zithromycin. Those
Really?
Z-packs, you take three Z-packs, one per day. You're good.
Yeah,
Really?
but
Yeah.
that messes with the flora of your gut too, though.
Yeah, whatever. Why are you shitting and barfing all day till you're gonna fucking die of dehydration? Mess with the flora of your gut. I'll take that. I'll take it.
Also, you won't have to worry about chlamydia or gonorrhea, so you can have sex without a condom. Yeah.
Oh, there's the real
Zithromycin.
reason.
Woo!
Zithromycin takes care of that.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Z-pack, brother. You take
yeah,
four
that-
shots.
I only knew it as a.
There's some repercussions though.
Yeah,
you
that's-
take that Z-pack,
your tummy.
your tummy and your anus itches.
It's just
Bro, yeah, your anus
Yeah,
itches.
your anus will
because it
itch.
destroys like the.
There's all kinds of situations that go
Yeah,
on.
bro. So
Wait.
pick your poison.
Kills
Yeah,
a lot
pick
of the
your
kills a
poison.
lot of the good
You want a
bacteria.
drippy dick or itchy asshole?
Yeah, I'll take a itchy asshole.
Depends how itchy it is. You ever
It's
had a
so
hemorrhoid?
true. I sure have.
I have them all the time.
Oh, you have
You
one-
do?
Inner and outer, dude. I get drips on the floor. I go to wipe and I look down. I'm like, what? Like it looks like a body has been strung up
Oh,
above me.
no.
Blood.
It's dripping blood.
You do?
Yeah,
You've been
like
to the doctor?
two
see a
times a week.
doctor, Ari.
I have seen a doctor. He's like, it's just a hemorrhoid. Let me see the color of the blood, and I show him. He goes, you're good.
Oh yeah, 'cause
They
it's
don't need to
black
time
blood.
off and burn them.
He can do that. He goes, it's not going to be successful, and it's just going to be a mess and painful.
So what?
So
what-
that's
So you
life.
plug it up. You plug it up.
What do you mean plug
you
it
wear
up?
a butt plug?
When it's dripping so much, you just wad up some toilet paper, you shove it in
That's
there,
attractive.
and let it fucking plug up till the fucking geyser goes out.
If people are eating right now, they're going, ooh,
Dude, but
I have food poisoning again.
you have chronic.
Sometimes you
Hemorrhoids.
wipe, and sometimes just a little bit of blood, like with the brown and red, you know. And that should be the new nickname for you guys: Big Brown, Big Red. But
There's a lot of brown, little red.
Big brown, little red.
sometimes it feels like so wet that you're like, wait, am I still shitting? And then you look at it, it's just soaked through red,
Wow.
just poured into it.
And they say they're like, you're fine.
problem.
Who's your fucking doctor?
Dr. Mengele.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like mine started off, it was like a size of a
Outside?
of a grape.
Outside ones suck because then those hurt. Yeah. And then what happened?
I started itching it like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually I would keep shoving it back in,
Shove it back in.
like a snail
Yes.
head into
You gotta shove
into
it back in.
shell. I'd say it itched. It itched so bad.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of itches in my life.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a fucking 10. Never went away.
Well,
And it
yeah,
gets
so-
sensitive if you scratch it too much, and it starts getting sore.
And
weightlifters-
and your fingers smell like shit.
There are
fingers
pictures
come
on the internet. Weightlifters will blow their assholes out.
You seen that picture? With
Yeah.
the one coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, that
they'll
one's so
blow
gross.
their
Is it?
assholes out. Well, so when you're
Trying
doing
to do
deep
deadlifts or
squats,
shit,
like heavy,
squats?
they'll blow their asshole
No,
out.
I know that,
Yeah.
but they'll blow the blood vessels in their eyes too.
I'd way
there's
rather
a-
that than this.
Me too. Oh my god.
Can you get that picture up?
Yeah, you get that picture, Chin? Let me see this picture. Was he power cleaning?
Yeah.
Let's say power lifter blows his asshole out. That should do it if that's a search.
That doesn't do it. You need some vulgar shit.
Sure.
With all the problems in the world.
Blows his asshole out.
Blows ass out. That'll help too.
Oh God. Oh, no.
Chimp.
Wait, so it's a video?
Go
not a
images.
picture?
Go images.
Oh boy.
That says
Oh my God,
chimp
there's a lot of
blows
them.
rectum turned asshole.
Any of these look familiar?
No.
Well, one of
Wait,
them
let's see.
probably.
I mean, how can you tell?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there. Uncensored. See, it's censored there.
Oh, uncensored. Yeah, these are all censored. I
This
want
guy?
Type.
Well, definitely not that.
definitely not him.
All right, Chin. You know what? I thought you were
Hey,
good on the
suck
computer.
at it.
Yeah, he's not
Fucking-
great at the computer. Maybe type in uncensored power.
Oh
lifter.
God, that guy took a shit. Look
Where?
down there. I think that
I don't
Asian
wanna
guy shat.
I love when people shit in like the ring or
It's the
something.
greatest.
What'd
And
you
that
say,
girl's shitting over there.
Uncensored.
power lifter blows asshole out uncensored.
Uncensored.
But dude, just go to it and you can just go to the image and just keep
You can scroll
scrolling
down.
through.
Oh, now we got
Damn it,
some
none
hot
of these.
shit.
None of these.
Because that's hot ass.
Okay, yeah, maybe not go to uncensored. Go back, Chin, and then I'm sure if you click on the one that's
Yeah,
censored,
Oh, that's it. That's the one that says censored right there.
Yeah,
that's
click on
the
that.
image.
Yeah.
This one?
No, down one.
The one that says censor.
And then over left. Yeah,
there.
that.
Man.
Oh, God. This
There
is
you
horrible.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Now that's his asshole.
First of
I
all,
want to see this.
nice socks. I like the socks. The black base.
too.
with
Yeah, I'm
the
not mad
striped
at the,
yellow, but
the old Steeler.
Dude, look at
sock.
his. Look at
but
his
now that we're
poor-
over the positives, the negatives are
Look at
pretty
his
harsh.
poor shitter. That's a disaster.
So your hemorrhoids are like that, but in a little more. Not the inside.
Not mine. I don't know what's going on.
That's
I get
that
this.
looks like the movie Tremors.
just like one of those I got.
that looks like the movie.
That looks like
Tremors.
Tremors. That looks like the movie Tremors.
Hey, keep going. Like, see what you
Oh,
want.
that makes me
damn
feel
it.
sick.
Go back up for a sec.
Oh, up?
Yeah. Keep. You can see a bunch of these. You can see like go to that guy. That dude who's lifting crazy amounts of weight.
This one or this one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we got it.
We got it.
We got it. That would be.
Oh, look at a little kitten with a
Kid with a
All
blown
right,
asshole.
we're good, Chin.
Yeah.
Now
This could take you on a
yeah,
real
Google
rabbit hole.
poo while you're at it.
Blown out assholes.
God damn it.
So Ari, what's
Why do
going on?
assholes
You
do
you
that?
went away. I want to hear about your story about how you basically go. You know what? See you later, Hollywood. I'm going away without a cell phone.
Yeah.
To Vietnam, etc. Right?
Yeah. That's where I had to take the Z-Pack in Myanmar.
Oh,
some
of course you
fucking
did.
rebel-controlled Shan state where
Yeah.
they let us stay for one night. I started barfing and shitting so much.
Aren't you worried about your safety during this trip?
Worried, but unnecessarily worried. There were no problems.
No.
The only worry I had was because people look different than me. And then when you get there and be there for a little bit, you're like, oh, this is way safer than where I'm from.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Manhattan, man. Alphabet City.
Yeah,
I go one
hear
block
ya.
over and
Did
it's
you grow up
fucking
there?
dangerous. No.
But-
I just moved there.
I hear you. It's safer in certain aspects, but you went where? Where exactly did you go for your trip?
Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Indonesia, Vietnam, East Timor.
East Timor is no joke.
That's when I got my half brothers in the army, a captain in the army, and he was like, "Do not go to East Timor."
Yes.
And he was like, really? It's always kind of intrigued me. He goes, you can go to the capital, Dili, maybe, and then no further east. I'm telling you, that's a no.
You know why they say that?
Why?
Because it's controlled by various gangs, from what I understand. Because
Yeah.
my buddy was worked State
Do
Department.
they call them
Yeah.
gangs though?
Well, so this is so weird, but the political parties hire local. This is what he told me: local martial arts like schools
Yeah.
to enforce their sort of
They have areas that
districts.
are controlled by Democrats, areas that are controlled by Republicans.
right, basically,
like
and
controlled
they're
with
violent, and they basically kill, and rape and do all
Gangs
kinds
in
of
New
stuff.
York,
They're gangs.
but-
Yeah. But I was in Indonesia and I talked to a guy from Jakarta and I was told him how I kind of wanted to, but it's too dangerous. He goes, dude, that's fucking bullshit. First of all, halfway there, you go to Komodo Island, see Komodo dragons. And I was like, all right, I'm in.
Sick.
But he goes, that's just because they won't do much trade with the Americas. So the State Department's like, still a travel advisory. He goes, all that shit ended in 2006.
Yep.
It's illegal to say, oh, you're a Democrat? Fuck you. It's illegal to say that shit there now because they don't want any trouble. And I'm telling you, I went all the way east.
I believe it.
East Timor was great.
You had zero issues.
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
You had zero issues.
Zero issues. In Dili, maybe at night they say be careful, but like I didn't see anything. I didn't hear about anybody getting in trouble.
Yeah. Besides dysentery, what you worry about there is like the water, and it gives you an idea of how important like good civic engineering.
The
is.
food and water was
The
an
roads
issue?
there were the worst roads I
Yeah.
gotta think in the world. Definitely the worst I've ever come across. I mean, like you're on a moped driving on a highway and it's fine for a while, going like 90 kilometers an hour or something, and then all of a sudden it just starts to get a little worse, and then within like 3 miles, you're just driving on like rocks the size of shoes. And it's just like loose rocks, and you have to like just up and down, and then you just get to like mud for like 30 yards. You have to like, hopefully it's not too deep, and you just like fucking go for it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just always
It
wanted
was
to do
great.
this?
I forgot about those roads. They were great. What?
You just always wanted to do this?
I just
Like,
want to
what's
get the
the-
fuck away from all this shit here. Just vacation a little bit, get loose, get free.
And what was it? What did
And
you
see the
take-
world,
What
and
did you
see the
take
world.
away from it?
I mean, a lot of things, but like,
Besides horrible diarrhea.
that's terrible that from make fun
Good
of me
food? Good
at night.
food?
Yeah, so much good food.
Best
and,
food where?
and different foods, like stuff you've never even seen. Like, you know how you go to another country and you're like, they show you like, I don't know, something, and you're like, oh, we have a version of that.
Yeah.
That's kind of like your version of pizza or your version of hamburger. I get it.
Everyone
you
has
know?
a taco.
Yeah. These foods are, I mean, Asian foods are just like different.
It was like the Avatar.
Yeah. They have these warungs in Indonesia that are like, you know, how pizza places where it's just like they leave pizza and then when you're like, I'll take that slice, they warm it up. So they do that with meat, like chopped up pieces of different meats, and then they just don't warm it up.
Yeah.
And it's
just
just
cold?
out all day.
Is
Yeah.
it good?
Yeah, it's great.
Spiced.
Really?
Yeah,
That's why
it's spiced.
spices keep bacteria away.
The beef rendang is fucking
Let me
great.
ask you this. Are you
They
single,
take
Ari?
Yeah, for sure. Always.
Always?
I don't know.
How was your travel? I mean, did anyone like the white man from America?
Oh,
or-
I saw a lot of other travelers. I didn't fuck any locals. That's the next frontier.
That's not going on there really. When you go to like East Timor and Indonesia, they're
They're
conservative.
more scared of the white devil?
They're just conservative and they're tied to a community, and so it's hard to like they're not going to
There's
break
some
away.
slump busters out there.
Oh, that for sure. I saw a guy in Thailand
Thailand's different.
talk to a Chinese girl. There's a white guy talk to a Chinese girl through Google Translate only, end up fucking.
Fucking right
That's
on.
impressive.
Yeah.
You the real MVP.
Thailand's a little different though. Thailand is a sexual destination.
There's ladyboys there,
There's
too.
sexual.
If you don't get laid in Bangkok or Chiang Mai, it's like
Yeah.
you're just not trying to get laid.
yeah.
Chin.
You went to Thailand and didn't get laid? Were you trying to?
No, they want me.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want him to get laid in America.
You're the
They
worst.
think I'm
Shouldn't you be the
weird 'cause I
worst
don't have
lady
it.
boy in the world? It'd be disgusting, bro.
Man, Ari didn't even look at you when he said that. He goes, he glanced over and goes, "You'd be the worst lady boy in the world." And he goes like this. He goes, "Disgusting." And you look down like that was so. Even though I agree with you, that was so insulting.
So funny.
Like I actually felt bad for Chin that you were saying he wouldn't make a nice looking woman. Like you,
He's so big.
He's so big. His facial hair is too much. It's like you've got no
Giant
estrogen.
head.
Yeah, giant head.
unfeminine giant
Oh,
head.
you're disgusting. Take it to Southern Thailand, freak.
Oh, man.
You'd make
Oh,
more money.
that made me laugh so hard. Fuck, man.
I tried to fuck a lady, but I couldn't do it.
Did you try?
I really wanted to be able to do it. I wanted to be the guy who could do it.
That's the problem. I couldn't do it either.
What happened, Ari?
Still
They
a
just
dude.
weren't your game. Well, English is a problem, obviously.
No, they'll cater to tourists.
But did you try?
I went in looking to do it.
Yeah.
They all came around me. I found a couple hot ones. You know how some lady boys are like, they're different than fucking here.
No,
like
they're very
trannies. It's
girly,
different.
dude. I said to Brody Stevens, I go, dude, she was playing with his hair ahead, and I said, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, if you bring that chick home, if you bring that guy home,
Oh, you guys were out there for that.
for the hangover, I go, you are not gay, and if anybody calls you gay, I will defend you to
What'd
the end.
Brody say?
That's the best looking
They're hot.
woman man I've ever seen in my life.
What?
And Brody's like, well, I don't know, he's not going to do it, but
No,
she
I don't
was
know. He
so
said he
feminine.
took it to the limit. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, let's just say.
He might have.
I almost went all. I mean, he
Let's
wouldn't say.
take it to the limit.
I don't know.
She
I
was
pushed it, he
she
said.
was delicious.
Yeah, like what's worse? What's gayer? Fucking an uglier person or a hotter person who both look like a woman?
Human's
Yeah.
a human.
Yeah.
Human's a human. Well, no, you know what it would be? You'd have to be in jail with this person for a while, and then you'd end up banging him.
No, not that.
Well, you are a gay man, so you
Yeah.
you 100%
He's a
would.
straight gay man.
He's a gay man.
Yeah. No, then it's fine. Then it's fine. Then,
He's been
you know.
pretending. It's so sad. He fucking sends me pictures. He's got buckles on his boots. He sent me a picture with a fucking
Johnny Depp
with
hat.
a hat, with a Johnny Depp hat. It's not really quite a fedora. It's like a wide brimmed round. It was so cute and sexy, and he's got it propped on the back of his head where you would wear a yarmulke, like so it's like framing his fucking face. If I got to jump through the phone, my bummer is that I can't beat him up and I can't slap him around. I'm too weak.
I sent you and Dalia the picture. Sometimes I do it just to piss you guys off.
Oh, I was furious.
Because you think they're homophobic? Is that why?
Yeah, they're
why
just
it's-
hate-
Dalia goes, oh, dude, fuck you. Take it off now. Dalia sent me 5 pictures of just cash strewn across his bed. Just big
wads of cash.
Yeah, just wads of cash.
Ugh, I love shitting on people who do that. Kreischer showed me a check he had in Nashville. He was like really proud of it, like a big check. He's like, dude, check this out. And he gave me his check. I was like, oh, wow. And I just tore it up. Just tore it up into like 50 pieces. Like, no.
Dude, that's fucking great.
Well done. Well done.
Did you get a different perspective traveling to those crazy places? Like, obviously, money and like material things aren't shit there.
Yeah.
So when you come here and you hear people talking about it, you're like, oh, God.
It's like, you guys have it so nice. It's like even being I came back to D.C. to visit my parents first because they didn't know where I was too, you know?
Oh, that's good.
And so it was like, just being on the metro, I was like, this is amazing public transportation system compared to the garbage out there. The rickety trains and the fucking,
We have no
it'll be
idea
here when
'cause
it's here.
We have no perspective, though.
No
You never-
perspective.
You know, it's what we're accustomed to. You don't know. People are like, oh, you just don't appreciate it. We're like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to go to Cambodia or wherever.
Having grown up in those
not
countries,
that much money.
yeah, it's not
4
that
months,
much.
$8,000. And I wasn't skimping. It was like, that's how much I spent.
$8,000.
Were you staying in nice hotels?
No, I was staying in hostels. So that is different. But you don't meet people in hotels, man. You meet people in hostels.
Yeah. And you met some.
Damn, you did
met
it
some
like
tourists.
raw.
Yeah, travelers. I met some tourists. but
The
I met a lot of
only
travelers.
the only value of staying in a hostel, the only value
Yeah.
is that there are some hot, hippie
Yeah.
German and Swedish girls
Yeah.
staying there looking to experience.
Yeah.
You
A
didn't
little
come
summer
across any
tropical
though,
air.
Ari.
I came across a couple, but mostly it was fucking hot German dudes fucking on the bunk bed on top of me.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Studs.
I'm like, go to the shower.
Yeah.
You
Everyone
see
goes to the shower.
Yep.
It's a shared dorm.
And you can hear him just doing workouts.
Just
Just,
yeah.
Schneizer, was Schneizer, Schneizer. And you're just like, bro, trying to sleep, man.
They try to stay quiet at first. Like, you hear them like in the middle of the night, and then you hear like a zip, and then like, but then they get more into it. It's like,
Then-
yeah, everyone's like, shut up. They go, right back.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Germans
My
don't
buddy
give a
went to.
fuck.
My buddy who looks like me, and his other buddy looks like me. Just regular guys go to Sweden when they're in college, and they like dark dudes. There was always these rumors before
They like dark dudes?
There was this rumor all the time, like if you go to Sweden and you have dark hair, dude, they line up. They line. There's always these stories
Yeah.
about
There's
how the
always
chicks
stories.
Urban
there.
myth.
My favorite is guys who go, "You went to Sweden? Did the chicks fuck? Huh? What? Yeah, they all fuck. They're all waiting." So
Yeah.
he goes, "We went there and we
They're all
both had dark
waiting.
hair." And I go, "So how'd it go?" He goes, "Well, see." The thing is, like, the guys there are also really good looking.
Yeah.
So
They're gorgeous.
They have sex with the guys there. They don't have sex with
Yeah, everyone does
us.
it. I hate that. Wherever I'm going Toronto. Bro, the chicks in Toronto, they fuck.
cool.
Oh, they fuck.
That means someone got laid once.
Yeah,
in
well, what's
Toronto.
that mean?
They met the one girl.
Yeah, what's that mean?
The best was that my friends went to Australia. This is in college. I'm like, dude, they love the American accent. They love to fuck. They fuck everybody. Then I had Israeli friends who were like, dude, the chicks in Australia love Israeli accents. They fuck anyone with Israeli accent. And then my English friends, same fucking thing. They love the English accent. And then you realize, oh no, Australian girls are just whores. They just love to fuck. They're fucking
just
everybody.
down to
Why would it be
whatever.
based on your accent, you idiot?
Yes. Yes.
It's true though. When I was in Australia, right before I went, everyone's like, "Dude, Australian girls
They get down.
get down." I'm like,
All right, dude.
They do
Yeah,
here
if you're
too,
good looking
man.
and
I'm
you-
just,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it depends when. It depends what kind of category you're in. If you know how to get laid at some point, you're like, yeah, I could do that anywhere.
I actually think that there are certain countries where the countries you don't get laid in, or the countries you're not going to meet girls in, are those countries that are patriarchal countries that are ruled with strict, sort of male overlords.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go to Afghanistan, if you go to a certain country, you ain't getting.
go to Russia,
you're not
it's going
getting to those
down.
women. Russia, yeah, it's going down.
Russia, it's going down.
Russia, it's going down.
Your cricket phone's going off.
Because especially if you're nice to the girl.
Russia?
Because apparently, did you tell me about this in the documentary? Because because so many men died in World War I and World War II, especially World War II.
Yeah.
there were less men than there were women.
Yeah, I told you
And
this on
so,
that doc,
yeah.
right?
It's a buyer's market.
So you were
suddenly.
so it was especially after the war, and then well after that, there was like 8 girls to 1 dude.
I watched this documentary that you're referring to, be where these women are having classes and they have like some just gnarly Russian dude come in and they're like, what do we got to do to stick out to get a man? He's basically like, shut the fuck up, get in the kitchen. When he comes home, have dinner ready. And everyone's like,
It's like, what I want to do is like, well, then don't get a man.
yeah, he's like, then what do you,
Those are the
what
options.
are you doing? You
That-
pay
but
for the
that makes
goddamn
That's how it is in
Sad. That makes me
Thailand, though.
sad.
The regular girls in Thailand, the ones that aren't hookers and let's say just hookers,
boring.
they try to hold out, but then it's like the guy's like, okay, I'll just go fuck 9 right now.
yeah,
I'll
for
just fuck a hot
for
hooker.
30 cents up the street.
So then the regular girls at some point are like, okay, I really can't wait 5 dates to fuck.
No.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna do it now if you feel like doing
Yeah,
it.
at least
so it's just
sucking
way
dick.
more open.
Yeah.
The bummer about that is I don't like that. Then you feel like girls are being bullied into it, and it's not real. Then it's like then they feel shitty about themselves. I don't know.
Oh
the whole
yeah,
thing
but I
kinda-
just mean like, you know how sometimes here you feel like this social, or women might, I don't know, maybe
Pressure.
you tell me, of like you're supposed to wait. They just don't feel that. So if they want to fuck you, they just do.
Can
Yeah,
you give
yeah.
MJ the mic?
MJ, do you want to fuck a bunch of Thai people?
MJ, is there pressure on girls here? Like, I feel like it's gone a little bit.
I think it's like slowly diminishing. If anything, girls are
God.
getting more like predator like with a guy.
They sure are.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it's a jungle.
Sometimes I'm like, what? Oh, I'm kind of like freaked out by it once in a while, but I'll still go through with it.
So if I have to,
you think women are freer to kind of explore their own?
I think there's still a little pressure. Like, I've definitely been on those dates where I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling this at all. First date, and the guy's being overly creepy, and I'm like, oh god, this just got like level 10 escape kind of a thing. But I think it's definitely diminishing. I think girls now, especially with like feminism and everything, girls are feeling more in their shoes to say, no, I'll just go to the next guy. Because I feel like girls now, their phones get blown up. So if this guy's a douchebag, she's like, oh, I'll just call someone else right after this.
You go on dates still?
I did a little bit. I'm kind of lame.
If you go on a date and the guy goes to the bathroom, are you on your phone checking for other dudes?
Not
like
other
Tinder
dudes.
And shit like that?
No, I've never been on a dating website.
Oh.
There's an article in the
good.
New York Times about
Really?
Betsy DeVos, who's the
really? Well, she's young, man.
How
I'm
old are you?
23. Yeah.
So who do you bone?
Well, she has
How do you
Instagram, and then she's in school.
I'm just in school and I just walk dogs and do yoga. I keep to myself right now. I'm not.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're not
I'm like
looking to get
a
me.
hibernation kind of phase.
Yeah.
Are you on dating sites?
No, I couldn't be on those things. Tinder was like, it ruined my life.
You were on Tinder though.
Yeah, back when I had a phone, it was just like, but it was all day,
You don't
every
have
day.
a phone anymore?
I have that stupid
Well, he has that weird
fucking-
like flip phone
Let me see that.
from like
Grab-
Nokia or
Gravity
some
2.
shit.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, because you mean I should go with the Gravity 3. Too many pot calls in the Gravity 3. I see what you're saying. The buttons are small on the Gravity 2. But I think it's worth it overall.
You were on Tinder just because
Swiping all day.
Chin's 40 as fuck, and he's single.
Chin's 40?
Yeah,
Turned 40 this year.
and he's so single. So we have a whole thing on
Tinder's the way to go, man.
called Chinder, where we're trying to get him a date, and he's awful at Tinder. And you've been on Tinder.
Bumble. You got to go for Bumble.
I'm on that too. Actually, Tinder, we have 3 new matches, so you guys can look at it.
Okay, I got to bet. Here's what you do. I've got okay, I'm not on there, so I couldn't use it, but you got to use it.
Okay.
You go on Tinder. You've seen those girls on Tinder that are like, I'm not here just for casual fucks. If you want that, move on. Swipe no, whatever. And then men are like, well, then go on Match.com. This is for fucking.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. So
Go
I
on
want
Farmer's
you to
Own.
write on your profile, hey, not looking for a sure thing, not looking for anything easy. If you're looking for fucking, move to the next guy. I'm here for legit, real, emotional
Connection.
connections.
I'll do it.
That's not a
something
bad
like that.
idea.
Something along those lines.
Yes,
But shorter than I just said it.
yes,
Yeah.
If you're looking to fuck, move on.
Move on.
Move on.
I want to get to know somebody.
Yes,
Can't wait.
And then once you meet them,
dick pic.
yeah, straight dick pic right out of the bat.
So you were killing it on Tinder?
No, I got laid twice on there, but it was like all day, like deciding who I'd want to match with, and then
You
like,
get addicted to it a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you do match with somebody, it was like, oh, cool. It's like a little version of sex. It's like somebody willing to say, like, yeah, I'd fuck you.
yeah, he's not
Like,
bad.
nice.
Well, especially as you're starting to get more famous, like I would imagine it'd be easier.
Now it'd probably be easier. That was 2 or 3 years ago. I got
Now
up there.
you got legit fucking fans, and a lot of them. Be interesting.
Yeah.
Take advantage.
Well,
of it.
Bobby Lee was like, dude, I just put my resume on there. He was like, aren't you afraid they're going to recognize you? I want them to recognize me. It's way easier. That's why you see all these comics, their front picture is with Conan O'Brien while they do a
God.
set. Because we're like, oh, are you somebody?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I know Dane is on it. I think he was talking
On
about it.
Tinder?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. I mean, there are certain comics that are. Why not? He's single.
Why not?
you know?
And he's holding it together so well. So why wouldn't he be on there?
Look at that laugh is so evil.
laugh. That evil
Oh boy! All right, I didn't. Jesus,
Sorry.
I'm not going to touch that.
You just see somebody imploding and you're like, Jesus, bro.
Jesus.
What is going on with you?
Oh boy, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him.
It's weird. He was always such good friends with everybody.
I don't know, man. I see like the comedy store.
Ari's laugh. Well, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I
think
got trained in hatred at the Comedy Store when it wasn't very good.
You started off as a door guy.
Yeah, but that's when nobody went to the store. You were there then.
Yeah.
You were there, not even the tail end of that, like in the middle of that.
Yeah.
That's when you got there.
Yeah, that's right.
It was just like dark. There wasn't many people
It
there.
was so dark, dude. It was so nobody would go.
Nobody would go.
There
We
for a
couldn't
while.
start shows on time because we'd be like 9 o'clock comes, like we only have 4 people in the audience. Like
Literally.
you got to wait till 8.
Yeah, dude.
And was
I
there
stopped
good- was there
going
good
because it got
comics?
so depressing.
Comics were just as good as they are now.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I mean, it was Rogan and Diaz and everyone was a little worse
Well,
than they are
Rogan
now. But
kind of stopped. When Rogan and the Carlos Mencia thing.
But even before that,
Yeah.
that's when it was death. That's
You're
when it
right.
was dead.
It was bad, and you were working the door there.
Yeah, the weekdays was like fuck yeah. You see people, or you sell them a ticket, and like, is it going to be a good show? Like, yeah. And then some awful comic get on first, and they turn and look at you like, you just robbed me.
bro.
You said it was going to be good. And it's
true.
like, wait till after this guy.
I remember doing shows in the original room. It literally for 12 alcoholics.
Yeah.
And 3 tourists. I did a half hour one time for 2 Israeli guys. Just
Wow.
2.
2.
Just 2. And
Battle comedy.
I did a half hour and they were both going, ah, like I was like, this is the best set I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
I literally
you
did.
can kill in front of 2 or 5 like you
was
can't in front of
crazy.
1,000.
Yeah. We always said that. But we used to do crazy shit. Remember the Barris Kennedy Overdrive?
Oh, yeah.
So Don Barris had a fake air band.
Air guitar band.
And we would play.
They're keyboardists.
My daughter was just born, and my wife was like, "You have to come home." I was like, "The band,
needs me. We're on
I'd
the
be home
road."
at 3 in the morning because I'd be playing in the band.
Ear band.
Yeah, and she's
Grown men.
I played the violin,
And
I
that's
played
the show you would do at the comedy
at the
store?
end
people
after my
skanking on
set.
stage.
I would hang around because I'm a loser, and then they'd be like,
I'm a loser.
and Don would be like, "We got a very special guest in the audience." I'm like, "Nah, "Guys, I don't
You
know."
play it so well. I shouldn't. Come on, it's just about you guys right now. It's not about me.
Nah, he left the band. He was in the band, and he left. But he's back, and we had this whole thing. He and I would
back
be,
and forth.
and I'd be like, "It's good to see you, Don." He'd be like, "What's up, Bri? How you doing?" We'd shake hands. It'd be really tense, and they'd give me my axe, and I'd put it on. But in the middle, I would play a violin. I'd play the smallest piano in the world, and then I would play a baby. I'd pull a baby out,
And play
a
the baby?
newborn, and I would blow on its stomach, and that would be part of the.
You guys did this
and
for
then
how long?
I would throw the baby in the audience, and they'd catch it. I did this. I was in my 40s. I did this. I was in my 40s. I did this. I was in a band. I was an active member for 4 years.
The best was that
If you're wondering why my career didn't blow the fuck up whenever it does, it's because I did that shit at night.
They'd sell their
I would
last
do
drink at
that shit.
155, or that the clear glasses at 2, and then at 2 from 2 to 2:45, the manager had to do paperwork, so he's like, "Keep going, just keep
do your
going." So
thing.
you'd be there till 2:45.
People are
3
doing
So you
just
started
blow.
the comedy store when, Ari?
1999
Till how long?
as an employee, 2006 or 7, something like that.
I love it. You know what I love about Ari? He doesn't have an inflated sense of himself. He could give a fuck. He's as honest. You're as straightforward and
I'm
honest as it
pretty
gets.
on the
I love you for it. He's like, yeah, I worked there. I worked there for 7 years, 8 years.
Anyway.
You're killing it now.
Why do you think the comedy store is just booming now?
Well,
Different
Adam
level.
Egget changed talent coordinators, and then also a combination of like people on podcasts telling stories from back then of these crazy days of getting blown in the back and fucking. I hooked up with this girl in a dark room, Katie, in this dark room, and the belly room was abandoned. And then I got a call from the manager who wasn't there. Adam was now the talent coordinator. He goes, "Katie, huh?" And I was like, "Nope, I don't know what you're talking about," because he wasn't there. You know, he wasn't even on that day. He goes, "Yeah, in the belly room." I was like, "No." He goes, "There's video footage." I'm like, when did we get cameras? He goes, "Yeah, we just got cameras." I'm like, "It was dark." He goes, "Night vision." He goes, "Go to the manager's office right now. They're looking at it on loop."
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I go back there and they're just watching me fuck. Yeah, they're just watching me plow.
That's crazy. I did so much.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Before
Were they happy
2006.
about
Oh, everyone's watching us. Now you got to go find the dead spots. There's a couple dead spots.
Oh,
You got to like
dude.
walk along the wall.
I
and
hope I found it.
Oh yeah.
I did
Navy
so much.
SEAL it?
I did so much before 2006. I did so much fucking there.
Wow.
I was so bad, dude.
No, Callan was like,
We
he
had
found
I had my private
crevices
rooms.
we didn't even know about.
I'd be like, I'm going to my private room. You guys cover the door. They locked it. They shut me in one time, and I opened it and set off the alarm. I was like, "Hey, I'm locked in." They were like, "Dude, you can't." I was like, "I got my girl."
What the?
Oh, I was. Well, they're all of us. All of us
Yeah.
were. Well, it
You
was
did better than most of us. You were great.
I was
You were
pretty good.
great.
I was pretty good. I put up some
Who
numbers.
else was good?
Mike Young. Yeah.
Mike Young was good.
Yeah.
Mike Young was good.
Mike Young, you would do these things where he would just like see a girl. He was a magic man. He could talk for 10 seconds, and then I'd see him disappear.
Incredible.
And then I'd see them both come down 20 minutes later, disheveled.
No, Mike.
Yeah, and I see Mike. I'm like, "What did you just do?" He goes, "Oh, yeah." 'Cause I knew something, and he liked to talk.
Mike, like Stevie Blue Eyes, same thing. Like if he starts talking to a girl, if Mike Young starts talking to a girl, or Stevie Blue Eyes starts talking to a girl, I'm telling you right now, the deal is sealed.
It's over.
And you know who else was like that? Fucking Dove Davidoff back in the
Dove,
day.
yeah.
Dove
You and
put
Dove
up
were like
crazy numbers. Yeah, Dove and I had some adventures.
There was a thing where it's like when you see some new hot girl that hung around a lot, but ooh, I might try to fuck her. She's been hanging out. She's kind of turning me on. It's like, oh yeah, it's either Dove or Callan got there first.
No
I'm like,
shit.
all right.
Yeah.
Was Rogan hanging around
before Rogan hooked up with his girl, when he was a young man, he was a fucking werewolf.
He got there too.
Yeah, but then when he got his girl, that was it. He was just like, he's got,
Kids change everybody.
Yeah, they change everybody.
But like, man, everybody got so good. It gets to the point where it's like, if I knew Tripoli fucked somebody, I'm like, hey, Tripoli, do you have like chlamydia or anything right now? Or any warts or anything? I just want to know what I'm getting into.
And
girls would be like, oh, just because somebody's fucked a lot of guys, you can't have sex with them? I'm like, no, because they fucked the guys I know.
Yeah, no, I know
they're
these guys.
bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're
dirty.
scumbags.
Yeah.
God, the shit we used to do. Oh, my God. I can't even go into it.
I mean,
Brett Ernst was all right back before.
Brett Ernst did well there.
Back when he was younger.
I remember taking a girl in the back. Anytime you took a girl on a tour, because all these rooms are closed. The main room is closed, but unlocked. The belly room is closed, but unlocked. And then you'd be like, oh, let me show you around the place. And that was just game over. You're taken to a dark room. I saw Ahmed once standing on the stage in the main room. I was going to get like a ladder to change the sign.
Sure.
And I saw him there. I was like, why is he standing there? It's just standing, looking out in a dark room. And I looked down. I was like, oh, somebody's blowing him.
Yeah.
Somebody's on his knees blowing him. And he's just looking out at the room.
I knew that girl. I did.
Really?
Yep, sure did. I know exactly who it was. No, I know all. I was the tour guide.
Yeah.
And I was the
tour guide.
If you want to
show you this room.
No. I was appalling in my behavior, but what a great time. I had sex.
You would go down because you know how you're on both sides of the hallway. People talk, and then people walk through. They walk in between you.
Yep.
You would always be like, I'm just gonna show this girl a comedy store. Like, oh, great, yeah.
It's cool, man. I had sex.
It was his way of saying, I'm about to fuck, but I don't want to say this in front of this woman. I'll just say I'm giving her a tour, and that was it. We're like, wow, way to go, man. We'd all look her up and down.
I had to help her out. One time,
help her out.
One time in the original room, there's that little room. Like in the original room, there's that
crevice?
that crevice. There's a curtain. Took care of business there while the show was going on.
Wow.
I was like, come over here for a second. I want to show you this. She goes, what do you? She goes, girls are there like, what do you like? We're such animals, guys. Girls are like, what do you?
The girls,
there's only room for two people to stand. I'm like, I don't know, but let me show you this. Oh, look at that. Is that my dick? And how? Whoops.
Whoa,
there we go. Oh, God.
Good Lord.
Bad
guy. Do you miss those days at all?
Yeah, for sure. The store now is nice because it's packed, but I love those days.
Yeah.
It was days?
Dirty.
Yeah, dirty. Also, we just do whatever we want, even non-sexual. We had a ton of foosball table in the green room of the belly room.
Yep.
And we would just play there. You would walk up the steps like it smelled like men's sweat. We were all up there screaming, and people were like, dude, there's a show going on in here. We're like, we'll tell them to talk louder. Yeah.
It's so true. It was chaos, bro.
We had this thing where we called it cocking, where I would just try to rest my balls on someone's arm or hand. Mostly only guys because it's like sexual harassment.
Yeah, it's assault, brother.
Yeah, my friend Jim Painter would always like distract people. He'd be like, "Oh, what's that billboard on the Hyatt?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know." And then I just like, yeah, you'd feel this thing on your arm, and you wouldn't know. You would have no concept it would be a ball. So you look, and you're like, "Ah!" It was so great, man. Good times.
Good times.
Good times, man.
Seriously,
miss those
times.
days.
I would try to work up a boner when they were playing foosball around the corner, like really vigorously work it up, and like and then like before it would go down because it's so non-sexual. What you go into? Like, hey guys, what you up to? I was playing some foosball with this fucking straight out.
Yes, D'Elia did that one time.
Boys Club, man.
D'Elia, when I didn't even know him that well. He was sitting there, and
how long ago was this be?
Who knows? Yesterday, may as well have been yesterday. May as well because there's no difference. Yeah, and we were shooting. We were doing the 10-minute podcast, and we had just started. And he just was standing there, and you could just see like his nose and his big, heavy, fucking California dick. And he's got a dick on him, by the way. By the way,
D'Elia, really?
I got D'Elia. I got D'Elia as my number one dick.
Fuck.
Number one.
Stevie Blue Eyes and
Who's
no.
Blue Eyes?
D'Elia will listen. I've seen your dick, and you've seen my dick, and we do pretty goddamn well.
D'Elia's killing.
If I don't say so myself, D'Elia fucking dwarfs us.
Really?
Mother of dragons.
You and I are 155 pounders, and he's a heavyweight.
What?
Yeah. He's got what?
Oh, no wonder he's giving it out to the world. It's right. It's charity.
No, by the way, it might be number one. Him and David Blaine might be number one as far as like just numbers. But he was. I just saw his fucking stupid beak nose, his beaky nose, and that lazy half-mast fucking Hagoso. It was very impressive. And
Soft?
It was hard. It was.
That's where you want to see it.
It was
hard?
not.
You want to see it hard.
It was not full mass,
Yeah,
not
true.
full mass, but it was It was
catching some
already
wind. The mask was catching some
He
wind.
was up.
Oh, with a bend to it. I was like, I started clapping. I went, that's very impressive.
Wow.
Dog leg.
No, don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself.
I mean, I figured it was good. But
He's reaching.
Wow.
He's been further down everybody's road. He's reaching.
I love when you see just, you know, sometimes you see a woman that's just so hot that you almost like literally takes your breath away. Like, like, and you can't even believe it. And that's in LA. You see it once in a while,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you see it at the Comedy Store and you're like, wow, look, what the and then behind her just pops up and puts his hand on her shoulder,
D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia. I'm like, oh yeah, of course.
yeah, that makes
course.
sense. That
What
makes
was they
sense.
thinking?
Yep.
Why would a girl like that be around slobs like us?
It's so
otherwise?
true. It's so true. He brings it in.
Yeah.
And the rest of us animals.
It's almost like going to the hey man, thanks for letting me look at that.
Thanks for
really
bringing that by,
appreciate
bro.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing her by.
Yeah,
he's a museum
like it's an
curator.
eagle or
And he's
some
bringing
shit.
the
Like it's
Mona
an
Lisa.
eagle.
Sometimes like 3 of them are there at the same night, and he's been there, and he's like, I go, if you, he goes, yep, sure have. I like to crush and come.
Dude, he's the best. He's got a disease. Him and Mark Normans have a disease.
He has
But
a disease, yeah, for sure.
But like the best is when girls come to fuck D'Elia. They're like, he's on the lineup at the Comedy Store. I think he's hot. I'm going to fuck D'Elia. I'm a 9.7.
Yep.
No one looks like me. I'm going to go fuck Chris D'Elia.
Yep.
They get ready. They shave. They do it all. And then they go out. He finishes set. They go walking out as a 9.7 who pretty much owns the world.
Yep.
You go out there like, hi, Chris. Nice to meet you. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you too. And he looks at him. And then some other 9.6 pops up. And a 9.8 pops up.
Yep.
And a 9.7 pops
It's a
up.
forest of
And then they all
nines.
look at each other like, what the fuck? Am I in a
Mexican
battle for the
standoff.
first time?
And he's lazy.
Oh no!
He's
Then
lazy
he
on
has
his
a
phone
Then
talking
he
to
trumps
me.
it with a 10 that he
Yeah.
had come there from Instagram.
Chris-
Yeah,
The
he
best-
doesn't even care. He
No.
texting is like, work for it. You guys will work for
Work,
it.
bitches.
Decide.
The best way to describe the girls that you're talking about are the kind of girls that you don't know them. You know them very, like, you met them a couple times and you might move them into your house. You might move them in. That's how hot
Painfully
they are.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, move in. We'll figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
you're that hot.
Yeah, but then I want them to start fighting with each other. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I want them to like get catty and start pushing.
Yeah.
And then I want to film this sketch with D'Elia. It's kind of like Hunger Games where he's just walking along and all these 10s are fucking they have mace and fucking nunchucks and they're fucking fighting each
Bodies.
other over him. And we're going to call it the Thirsty Games.
Thirsty games, I like it, man. Like a Royal Rumble to fuck D'Elia.
Yeah.
Just so lazy about it. He just drinks coffee and hangs out on his phone. That's what he does. He'll spend a whole day by his pool with his 2 stupid dogs.
Stupid dogs.
And he just
a real
hangs
dog.
out all lazy.
Get a real dog.
Sends me texts of him. He'll send me a text sometimes of just his face giving me the thumbs up. I'm like, I'll drive to your house and beat you
So
up.
hilarious to me, man.
He fucking kills me.
Yeah. I haven't seen him forever.
Really? He's the
Yeah.
best. We talk. What do we do? We're on the thread with him.
You mean Chris
we
every
video-
day?
Yeah, we talk every day. The greatest.
In the New York vibe's just different, huh? Ari?
Yeah. Have you done stand up
Completely
up there,
different.
really?
Yeah, I was at Gotham like 2 months ago.
Yeah, the workout scene there is different. It's a similar to LA, but it's different because it's just like, I don't know, like New York comedy is still counterculture.
It is.
Here it's like showcasey. There's still some. It's I'm talking about percentages, but like there it's like dark. It's dangerous. It's even mostly it's in basements instead
Smart
of
too, right? Is it smarter? Do you
It's
think, or is
I
it
don't know if it's
connected, more
smarter.
connected to the world, or no?
yeah, it's like
Less
this is
silly
real
and more
stuff.
connected. I don't
They
know.
have jokes. No, they have jokes. They have dumb people jokes. They have like political comics, but it's just like let's get to it, and it doesn't matter what you look like really. When you leave a show in New York, if you're an audience member, you tell your friends I went to a show someplace. Like, what'd you hear? What jokes did you hear? Was it good? Tell me a good joke. And then here, if you're an audience member, you leave a show, your friends ask you like, who was on? You know, it's a little different. That's all. It's mostly still guys just making jokes, but like, there's no actors trying comedy in New York.
Yeah,
That
You
makes
know?
sense.
yeah, you're right. That makes sense. That's very
But
true.
there's still some great comics here. It's just like percentage different. That's
yeah.
all.
Yep.
I love it there though.
That's where I started.
3 sets
man.
a night you did, right?
I started at the comic strip in Stand Up New York, and that
And
was
New York
where
is still there.
What's the big one? The
did it for
Cellar?
years.
Is that where
Comedy
everyone's
Cellar?
at?
But the comic strip back when I was there was amazing. Man.
Really?
Oh,
It's
fuck
dying
yeah.
now.
It is dying.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Where are
Because
you
Lucian
at out
Hold
there?
was there. It all depends on who's managing it, but the comic strip used to be the spot.
Management's everything, huh?
Yeah,
It is,
It
man.
really is. It really. You can see it when the palms start getting worse. Remember that?
Yeah.
You're like, what happened? And I found out. Oh, it got sold, and they're trying to
Yes.
save skimp here or there. You're like, oh.
You need somebody who cares about comedy and knows comics and understands lineups and understands the difference between talent and hacks. And Lucian
And get some
Hold-
variety.
I can even tell through Instagram the way they market.
Yes.
You can tell through marketing.
Yes.
Oh, what kind of club it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
And
much
even
they
stand up
care.
New York
Yes.
stand up New York would be great. You'd see Greg Giraldo, you'd see Louis C.K., you'd see everybody up there. You'd see Dave Attell. I mean, so those two uptown clubs were just as good as in a lot of
downtown
ways,
clubs.
the Cellar.
I still like
Cellar's always
stand up New
been
York.
iconic, though.
It's a good workout. No one's going to be there and bother you. You do your spot, you run. I go to the Stand mostly,
Yeah.
and then the Cellar and stand up New York.
Joey Diaz was saying obviously he loves the Comedy Store, but he's like, I can't work things out there because people go there.
That's the problem
He goes,
now.
the lineups are so insane. Like I can't just try new material.
That's the problem now. If I'm between fucking Callan and I don't know, Greg Fitzsimmons, it's like it's not just a workout. Like everyone's doing well and everyone's packed to see these people, and it's like, I can't just fuck around.
Yeah.
I almost, when I was here before, I used to call in for late night spots. Then I was like, let me have it when there's only 30 people in the room,
So you can work it out.
so I can actually try in front of some drunk cowboys
Yeah.
Yeah.
who aren't going to be into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss those days in New York. I'm just thinking the stand up New York is the first time I ever did stand up, and I have it on tape somewhere.
Do you
have it on
really?
tape?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to put that up.
Is it black
No.
and white?
No. Hey, no. It's a, if I gotta find it, it was a VHS, and I was so young, and my voice was so high, I was so afraid. And
Really?
I did really bad jokes.
When's the first time you did stand up, Ari?
I did it once in Northern Virginia. There was like some open mic. I always wanted to try it.
Were you
How
nervous?
old were you?
I was in college. I was like 22, 23.
Where'd you go to college?
University of Maryland.
No shit, I almost went there. I went to American.
Go Terrapins. Really?
And so you went to your first open. Were you terrified?
Yeah, terrified. I wore a 3-piece suit. I didn't know.
like
I
your
didn't
style.
know. I didn't know that you just wear jeans and a t-shirt. I was the only one dressed up.
I feel like you weren't nervous. Were you?
Yeah, were you nervous?
I mean, dude, he did stand up for the first time. I swear to God. Like, think about how scary it is, right? You do these little, like, open mics. Oh, here, I can try. I was throwing this motherfucker up in front of 1,200 people, 1,000
and you weren't that
people.
nervous?
I don't know. He just didn't seem nervous. You get up there and just do it.
No,
I guess because you thought you were just telling stories first.
I was just telling stories.
You'd also been in front of a camera and in front of an audience before.
Correct.
Well,
So it's
fighting,
not like
too.
this, but it's experience with people looking at you.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you think that was what it was? Because that's so terrifying for so many people. But you never seen, like, I never was very
I still had a
sympathetic.
safety net. My path has been so different. Like I basically have training wheels on, right? Like it's a finding
Still
kid
had to go out there alone, dude.
Yeah, but it's finding kid fan base. I'm the funny uncle at the barbecue. If I really fuck up, we can make a joke. I'm the meathead trying stand up.
Right.
Dude, yeah. At least you attempted it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I have all you have all those excuses.
Yeah.
it's
a
different.
good way to start, though.
It's not as scary.
It's still going up there alone in front of fucking 1,000 people that want you to be funny. It was still
Yeah, but
hard.
it's weird though, because I think about somebody bombing. It almost seems impossible because like you're a funny person enough to be a stand up. I mean, you wrote something ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's even better. And you're performing for an audience who was like, yeah, we're here to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is great. So you, someone who's a funny guy, prepare,
Yeah.
and I'll be ready to laugh. And then when that doesn't happen at all, it's like, what went wrong? It was set up for you to do well.
It's like I regret Fitzsimmons say, and it actually helped me out. And we're in the back. He goes, people are here to laugh. If you can't make them laugh here,
They've paid money to
he's like,
laugh.
they're literally here just to fucking laugh. He's like, anyone who can't make people laugh at the Comedy Store should not fucking be up here.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
happens
God,
though.
Yeah,
And you're like, fuck,
happens.
I got to reconsider this job.
yeah. I had to set the laugh. The laugh factor. I was like, oh man, I should just like ride off into PCH and die.
Yeah.
I was
Doesn't it suck so
I was
bad?
so
You
embarrassed.
need those.
I was so embarrassed, man.
I see these like they had this.
Go the back
they had
way
these
so you don't have to go through the
They had
crowd.
these soap stars who were doing stand up.
Oh, yeah.
They all decided to raise
Weird.
money for something, and they were. Oh, it was at the Comedy Store, and it was good looking guys and good looking girls, and they were trying to be funny.
They're garbage.
Man, oh fucking man, oh man,
Really?
And, yeah, and then you'll get a girl who's like an actress, and she's in acting school, and she did a scene that was really funny. I've saw this many times.
Friends all tell her
and their
she's
friends
funny.
are all like, "You should try stand up." And she's like, "My God, you know what? My friends always tell me I'm super funny." And then she'll get up and she'll try stand up at the Comedy Store at some show that somebody's putting on, and she gets a dose quickly of
Reality.
what really goes on.
How many shit shows have you guys? I mean, between the two of you being at the Comedy Store in New York, how many shit shows have you guys seen? Of people, do you know right when you see someone?
dude.
If you're like, dude, like, do you help them out? You're like, this probably isn't for you.
No. You let them figure it out on their own. Because otherwise they'll resent you forever. for saying it, but it's like, you'll get it. You're not gonna
Well, stand-up will teach you right quick. Probably a lot like, hey, I want to be in the UFC. Do you? Go fight.
Try it once.
Go fight.
See how you do.
Try it once.
You do that. Brendan did that. People come up going, dude, I'm an athlete. I want to fight. And Brendan goes, try it. Live
I don't
your
hate
dream.
on anyone's dream.
Like
Because
Judo Gene was like, come down, challenge me. I'll fucking beat you.
Yeah, you'll find out very...
I'm 70. If you're so good, you'll beat me then, right? So come down. I'm here all day.
That's right. You'll find out right quick. You'll find out right fucking quick how and I think stand-up is that same thing. And then there's also that thing, if you were kind of good, keep working at it. If you're really kind of good at fighting, keep training. Maybe you'll make it to the big show.
We would have guys when I worked the cover booth that would come on the open mic night on Potluck. We called it, and they'd be like, I'll kill this shit. I'm so funny. It's always like real bravado dudes, so usually. And he was like, just put me on. I'm like, okay, we'll put you on. The light comes on in 2.5 minutes. You have 30 seconds to wrap up. Like, that's the normal 3 minutes. And then we just wouldn't light them. And they're trying their best. They're failing at 1 minute in. They're failing hard at 2 minutes. And they're looking for that light.
4 minutes.
Seeing them look 4, 5, 6, sweating. That cold sweat that goes in and out at the same time.
Yes.
And then just leave them up there. He's like, oh, light's almost a little more.
Yeah.
Keep going, Mike.
Yeah.
You got this. You
so
can make the turn about 6 minutes because that gets long.
We were mean to people who thought they could do what we do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck you. Fine, do it then.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Excellent.
Stage right there. Go ahead.
I love those actresses who come and start doing comedy. My name is Ashley. And you can just like guess what they're going to say. I love my friends. Smashly? Did they call you Smashly? What? Yes. It's like,
Dude, I saw the worst would be when we were younger. I, of course, won't mention names, but it would usually be a female comic, God bless, and there would be a showcase.
God bless. Like, she already got that problem.
No, I mean, listen, that there'd be because it's so hard for because there's so much pressure on a young girl because we have a lot of time and young girls are like, you're pretty, you gotta be funny, and you're gonna get a TV show. So you'd see the girls, and I would watch, and it'd be a showcase, and showcases were always like when you were younger, when they actually meant something back in the day, because you could get a huge deal or a TV show off a 15-minute showcase or a 10-minute showcase.
Off your stand-up.
Because they would go, I made a fortune doing that. So what they would do is they would go,
and we never
10 minutes, you're great, and we want to create a show for you. That he's so marketable. Just be funny. I don't want to even go into it, but I paid my way for literally 7 years.
Just
showcasing,
deal.
I'd get a deal.
Wow.
Back in the day. So these girls, these girls would get up there.
Yeah,
these girls would get up there, and they would. And one time, 2 times, I remember watching. It was like a big deal. Their manager would be their agent. They'd literally be massaging their shoulders. Go, and they go out there and they'd be trying their stuff. And you know what? They weren't funny.
Yeah.
And you know what? The audiences in New York and LA don't give 2 fucks. And it would get quiet. It'd be the first minute, and then it would be the second minute, and then the third minute, and it would just be, and it'd be an industry. An industry, when you're showcasing for industry, they're standing there with their middle finger. Go fuck! I've seen everything. Fuck. And
they start talking to each other.
They would come out and they would just burst into tears.
Like it's similar in the fighting where everyone thinks they can do it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Rude Awakening.
They've been in a fight maybe in the schoolyard, or they've watched a million UFC fights, or they're the funny guy in the classroom. Their friends already told them to do stand up.
Yeah.
But I remember Rogan was talking to Patrick Cote's, I think Patrick Cote's manager. Was that Delagrati?
Mark Delagrati.
Delagrati.
I don't know if that's his manager.
Trainer. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah. And he goes, and at that time nobody's touching Anderson Silva, And he goes, I don't know, man. He really believes he can win. And I was like, okay, but doesn't Anderson Silva also believe he can win? I don't think that's enough.
No.
But then you have this thing where you're like, I think I'm gonna win, and then when you don't, you're like, fuck. I mean, you know better than
until
me.
you get punched in the face.
Yeah. And same thing with showcasing
same thing on
comedy.
American Idol, though. American,
I'm gonna do it.
You see some people, I'm like,
good point.
What the fuck?
Why did you
Who
think you
told
could do
you
this?
that?
Because
they get up there, it's like
because they're parents.
Their parents,
they're friends. Oh, you have a great voice.
But don't they? But you can compare yourself to like. Turn on the radio, bitch.
Because she's hearing something different.
Yeah.
Some people are tone deaf. They think they sound great until you put yourself like up against it. The joke I do, I swear to God, I love my kids so much. I think they're the cutest things. To me, when they were especially 5 and 3 or whatever, the cutest things of all time for me. Like you burn it's primordial, burn in your head. And the joke is, I saw them in a group of like 40 kids. I swear to God, and I went, my kids are middle of the road. They're actually average. They're average. Yeah. They're average. I think
which
they're
is
beautiful.
Tough for.
But I was like, they're not as that child objectively is cuter than my child. That's a fact.
Yeah.
With her eyes are this big and blue.
Yeah.
I was like, no, my kids are average looking the way their dad is. Now my wife's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like whatever. But so it's
got
the
your
same
thing.
thing. It's the
Stand
same
up. I
thing.
think with stand up, like someone will watch. Let's say they watch your special on Netflix, or
Yeah.
they watch Dave Chappelle. They don't realize what it took to get there.
Yeah.
Like
right.
They have no idea. Like you're not up there just shooting the shit,
Let me
telling
try
the
this.
story.
Yeah.
Or like when someone watches a UFC fight, they're like, oh, he's fighting. You don't realize what that guy went through to get to that exact moment.
Well, you
This is why
always
I
say
think-
that too, and I'm surprised that a UFC guy can do Taekwondo as well. And I see him do a back kick like Chuck Liddell. I go, that's a really good back kick. I've never seen him throw that in a fight. And you go, and Brendan goes, he's a professional, dude. So when you're a professional fighter, chances are you've come across a back kick. You just don't use it in the UFC when you're fighting another monster because you might have to turn your back, whatever the reason.
Right.
There are a lot of reasons, but don't assume that they don't know,
They don't know how to do it.
something that you actually think you know because you took Taekwondo.
Yeah.
But if people could see like what exactly goes on before, like the very first step, the bit you came up with to get to that hour special.
Oh, yeah.
Because I saw Chris Rock probably like, I don't know, 6 months ago. He's the Comedy Store. And he was going on
Black guy?
after me. Black guy. You might know him. He's in New York.
Black
time to
guy,
time.
black
Yeah.
fella.
Oh, Black New York. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Yeah. That guy. I saw him, and he was up there, and he was just literally trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And then even Dave Chappelle. I saw him trying to figure things out. Then you see his special, and you see how crazy, how
You're
far.
like,
it comes
I
in.
love that when you're like, oh, that was that big?
Yeah.
I thought you sucked.
I know. I was
And
like,
you're like, no, it's just the first time I tried that.
yeah, because they
Like,
were. I was like, everyone's like, oh, how were they? I'm like, they were just trying stuff. I'm no one to judge any comic. I was like, yeah, they're just trying stuff out. It was.
Yeah,
it
sometimes
wasn't
a
funny.
tell going after me a lot at the cellar, and he'll be like, he'll always ask how the crowd was, but I know he'd listen. I'm like, oh, they were good. I was just trying some new stuff, but they're better than I just did.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like,
David Tell is just astonishing to me. He's so funny. He's just
People say
it's
he's a
funny though
genius.
when you say that about no one knows what goes into it. I think that's why some people give a bad rap with female comics because they're not funny because what they see is they'll see like a fucking 15-year comic doing a late night set or something like that,
Yeah.
and then they say like a 6-year female comic because they need women. So like, all right, fine, you're good enough. Let's get you on. And then right after that, another 12-year male comic, and then go, women suck. It's like, no, 6-year comics suck.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a
Fucking
male
look,
comic
Chelsea
wouldn't be in
Peretti's
there.
a beast.
Yeah.
Eliza
She's been
Schlesinger for
around
me is
forever.
a beast. I've seen,
know
some of these
what they're
women,
doing.
they're great. They're they'll kill you.
Yeah.
But again, just like anything, there's levels to this game.
You're not supposed to get a heavyweight fight when you're 2-0.
Yeah.
Like weight.
Yeah,
on
there's
it.
just certain levels.
I want to talk about fights. I got to go to the
I
bathroom.
gotta piss so hard.
I got to pee
Oh,
hard.
Thank God, you gotta drain that
Like,
fat dick.
let's go. Jenna, I'll secure your hips. You piss. I'm going to shake you out. I'm going to twist you
Are we
out.
all gonna go pee?
We're all gonna
I
pee.
can totally
You gotta
pee.
pee. And
I
if
do
you-
have
let's
to
do
pee.
it then.
If you have
I
if you have a
Let's
drip, I'm
compare
going to take
hogs.
care of that.
Okay, so we're just gonna go dead air until
Let's
we
put
get
them
back.
all three together and just send a pic to Delia.
Yeah, conjure up a ghost.
We're back from a fresh piss.
Yeah, it was good.
Such a good piss, bro.
Good job, man.
Good.
How
Hard
clear
piss.
were you guys?
Real clear.
I'm always hydrated.
Cloudy as fuck.
I had one yesterday for the Rams game that was like brown, like that tea.
You were very dehydrated.
Yeah, and then I drank a bunch of water.
Or did
kept
you box
pissing.
and get your kidneys worked?
I did not do that. That was not the issue.
Got to piss.
Chin, should we jump some current events?
Yeah. The first
Hold
one-
up. Give us an update on Chinder.
Oh,
Let me see these chicks you're matching with.
so there's a service. I'm sure you probably did this one too, where if you pay like another $30, it'll show people who liked you, swiped right on you first before you swipe right on them. Does that make sense?
Oh, really? No, I
Yeah.
never did that. I don't have that kind of sadness in my life.
I needed to make this happen, so I bought
Yeah,
that
sure.
extra feature.
Sadness. I don't have that kind of sadness in my life.
And hold on, so
No.
nothing was happening.
At first,
man.
I was excited for Chin, but now that you mentioned it,
Oh, okay.
Definitely
Okay.
don't show the camera though. But those are the girls that,
Obviously, Francine is the hottest one.
yeah. Which I don't even believe. How many bots did you get when you did this thing?
How many?
Like fake accounts.
Oh, bots, yeah, tons. By the end, it was like annoying, but
Let me
like,
see.
please let us see these.
yeah.
Well,
Definitely don't show the camera.
Oh,
those are fake.
what
Francine's
is
legit
up
hot.
with awesome? 30 my ass. Well, Francine is a
Yeah,
smoke
which sounds
show.
like it's so lame.
Francine is a model. Let's look on
Yeah.
her. Can you see her or no?
Yeah, so click on her picture.
Linda with the right diet could be banging.
With the right diet. Right now, she's not dieting
No,
correctly.
no.
I don't
But
mind.
no, she's like an old car. You can put some work into it. She's 40. Oh man. Well,
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
She's
especially
40?
for Chin. No, she's 40. She's 40 miles away. Set of tits on her though, Chin.
Who's on the hot one? You would drive for that.
Let me see this. She's 70 miles away.
Did I swipe that in? Where did I swipe that?
I'm going to go with a professional there.
She's a bot?
I think she's a professional, yeah. I think she's a pro.
Oh, you
ruined it.
Hooker.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No,
I don't like the word hooker.
I don't think
like
she's a
girl
hooker.
who needs help with her rent. And
No, I don't think she's a hooker. I think she's a...
She's just looking for a little help.
The best was Tinder in northern Thailand because the names were hilarious. They'd be like Shampoo 27, and then it's like clearly a lady boy, but then she wouldn't describe it, and they're like, by the way, I'm a lady boy also, in case you were fucking wondering. I don't want any surprises later.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to put this out, but it's clearly who
There's
I
a
am.
tree branch when I reach down. It's going to be an issue.
So, Jen, you got three...
Two and a half.
You got 2.5. Let's be real. You got 2.5 likes,
right.
matches.
Yeah.
What's the next fucking step?
It's going well.
It's going great, man.
How are you at reaching out, like for making the first move on there?
I'll
I've
answer,
never
I'll
done
answer the
it
question. He's terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never even done it yet.
You've no communication. You just leave the matches like a
that one,
psycho.
those I have to actually start talking or something.
Oh, do you?
So.
Hey, bro, how long
wait,
ago was
wait
that?
till
Baby
2018?
steps, man. Baby
You know what?
steps.
Wait,
Oh, my
wait till
God.
2018.
Yeah.
You're fine. Just let them sit. Let them ripen. It'll be great
Yeah.
because it's real easy.
Oh yeah, let them forget about
Can't
you, get a
wait.
boyfriend, and then be like, then
You know,
it's like you didn't fail.
That Frenchie, what's her name? Frenchie, what's her name? Who's the hot one on there?
Friendship?
Friendship.
Yeah, that's one.
Francine?
Francine.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking swipes she's getting? Meanwhile, you're sitting here with your dick in your hand.
Yep.
It's not in my hand.
Well, kind of.
Near it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
It's hiding.
yeah.
It's hiding.
I see you on Instagram
No.
though. You see Chin finally post a video of him singing.
I did not.
Have you
It
guys?
was in a camping trip, though.
Shit, when's the last time you got laid?
I'd like you to bring that up.
It's been a long time, dude.
Bring that
You
up.
mean
please.
hours?
You mean hours? Chin, please bring up that
Like to
Instagram of you
watch you
singing.
sing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
trying to get matches or not, bro?
God.
I'm gonna fucking sing. Wait till you
Really?
see this. Yeah. I mean,
I don't
this
know.
is a panty dropper. You didn't have it ready to go.
He plays a guitar
No.
too.
Where is this? Where is this?
There's actually, this is
me
in
see this.
Silverwood Lake. It's like the closest thing to real forest and camping around here.
Plays
Southern
the fucking
California, I
guitar
think.
too.
All right, damn it.
Rose in the moon, let me sit beside her. So we pass notes and after school play.
Not bad.
Singing, ring around the rosy pocket full of dreams. Roses, patty cake, and baker's man, tag you in. Kick the piano, well, I think I hear your mama calling. Gotta go.
He's
Were you
great.
there by
He's
yourself?
fucking Great.
It's just me by myself.
Dude, you're
Yeah, that's actually really
talented.
good. I'd love
You
to
can
show
play the
that, but
guitar.
it's
You
really
have a
not
great
bad.
voice,
Thank you,
You
man.
should
and
be
you're
getting
6'3".
6'3" Asian.
Get yourself a boyfriend immediately.
Hey,
I mean, girlfriend.
Korean that sings country.
He's a badass. I'm telling you, Chin
yeah.
and
So,
Chin
white
is a
chicks
smart,
love country.
talented guy,
Thank
handsome
you.
man.
Remember, so I had a couple friends come to the show in San Francisco.
They were awesome.
You know how I always say, like, it's really hard for me to find my type?
Yeah.
That girl that I was talking to the entire night,
Smoke show.
that is my type.
Did you get
I
her
was
number?
Immediately,
That's
like,
every
freaking
guy's
attracted
type
get
of
a
a
number?
fat dick, Chin.
No, I didn't ask for a number.
Wait a
But
minute, you were talking to her the whole time, and then you
He
didn't.
talked to her all
I already
night.
messaged
And
her.
she's recently single. And your friend, that's her cousin.
Wait, why would you
Not-
let that
not real
opportunity
cousin.
pass?
Well,
they
Is
call
he
each other
shy?
cousins.
He doesn't have
cousin.
confidence.
It's like
Brought
black
her
people
out.
cousins.
She brought her out for me. That's what she said because she was. You're so freaking picky. I'm gonna throw you a bone here. And then
She brought her out for you, and
Yeah.
you hit it off, and you're like,
guess what else
you need
though?
better-
And you're like, well, see you next time in San
She
Fran.
lives in New York.
That's awesome.
No, it's not awesome.
Why?
We'll make it
I'm in
work.
LA.
I don't know. She lives in
But yeah, I'm
America. How
definitely.
about that?
I'm
Why
going
is that
after
picture
one.
of you hugging me there on the Instagram? Let me see that.
You never seen this?
No. Oh my god.
Someone made it.
That's so
You're
creepy.
so small there.
Oh my god, that's so creepy.
Someone made it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because you know he said gigantism, whatever. So they made a Tony Robbins.
not just
I
Paul.
wish you were that big.
So Chin, you hit it off with that girl. You guys are talking. I saw with my own 2 eyes. You're talking to that girl all
Yeah.
night, and then you're like, "Well, see ya."
No. So I've been asking like the girl that knows her. I go, dude, let me know whatever if there's a chance, whatever. And then she texted me about like she said there's definitely a connection, so it's up to you. And I already messaged that girl.
Yeah, cool. I'll do nothing.
And you
Yeah.
still haven't sent a dick pic. Oh my god.
Oh boy. I guess I'll send it to
Well,
Do
you
not
know what?
send dick pics. Do
I'm
not
headed
send
to New
dick
York
pics.
tonight, so you might as well.
You know what?
Let old.
Bring your chin mask and
Yeah.
get her used to it. Now I'm going to be a little bulkier than Chin. I'm not going to lie to you.
You know they call him Big
Bulkier,
Brown because he
little
shits
harder.
on people's chests, right?
No, that's not why.
What? Really?
No.
I've been telling everybody that.
Ari,
Are you kidding me?
God,
No. Wait, are you kidding?
It's a Cleveland
Ari,
steamer.
that's not why they
I
call
was
him
sure.
Big
I thought it was a
Brown.
given.
No.
That he had massive big dumps on girls' chests.
God, no.
No, but I like it.
But now that you mention it,
Now that you mention it. All right, let's see what's going on.
what do you got,
Well,
Chin?
yeah, so the first one is obviously the Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G fight. What did you guys think as far as who won and the scoring?
First of all, both of you see it?
Yes,
do you
I
actually watch it or do you watch highlights?
I saw
I
it.
did. I have no interest in boxing.
That's fair.
I
I
watched
like your
it.
honesty.
I like how the fucking judge, Adelaide Bird, sounds like a fucking first lady from the 1800s.
Wait till you see her. She doesn't look like that.
I thought that for me, I was so impressed with Canelo in the first 3 rounds. He's his speed. He's so fast, and then he took some shots from our boy Gennady. But there's just no question. Gennady stood in his grill and boxed him into corner after corner against ropes and punched him and landed more shots. And I had Gennady 100%.
So how
that
could
fight.
2 judges get it wrong then?
So
It's the
I'm gonna let Brendan
crookedness
deal
in
with it,
boxing.
'cause-
So,
Wait, the lady Adelaide Bird, she got a 18-10 the wrong way?
yes.
Yes.
The
Completely
wrong way.
Yeah. She's
And somebody also had it a draw, so that was also wrong. You got to say that
that's
judge was
more
off
fair,
too.
though, at least. That
More
was
fair, but also wrong.
also wrong. Yeah, to me, it's clear as day to judge. I gave Canelo rounds 2, 3. Then I can see getting him, 2 to 3 rounds, maybe after that. But his footwork was good early on. He had, his cardio was good. But then it was more of, I think, Triple G being so respectful to Canelo. And then once he was like, oh, here we go. Like, I've never seen Triple G so nervous in my life for a fight ever. He was so conservative in the first 4 rounds. Then once he got in his flow, he just took over. It was like a tidal wave. He just took over.
Yeah.
Then it wasn't much of a fight. And listen, man, my girl's from the same hometown as Canelo. My house is fucking Mexican as fuck. I was rooting for Canelo, man. And I looked at them, I went, I'm sorry. He's getting just outclassed. It's not much of a fight.
He's getting
and they went, I agree. And then, I said this on Rogan. I said, if Triple G does not stop Canelo, he will not win in decision. They're not going to let him win. Boxing's been around for how long?
It's always been like that.
So you have those dark tentacles just involved in the sport. And people want to say, McGregor, Mayweather was a shit show. Shit show. This is a way bigger black guy than that. What are you talking about?
Because it's like an actual
It's an actual fight that a guy clearly won. Clearly, you don't have to be a boxing expert to realize who won. My girl's mom, who is a casual, she only watches Canelo maybe twice a year, doesn't know boxing at all, was like, oh my God, poor Canelo, not even close. It's so easily to see what is happening here. And then when you have the interest, so imagine this. Imagine in the NFL. Do you watch sports at all?
Yeah.
So
sure.
okay. So
Pretty much everything's at boxing.
all right, perfect. So let's say in the NFL, the Patriots before the Super Bowl had a huge dinner and had the refs who were going to ref the Super Bowl the next day. They had them over and they were all just having fun,
Chilling.
having drinks. That's what
great.
Golden Boy did the week of the fight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
What'd they do?
They have these dinners, and they have the judges are sitting down with De La Hoya. They're sitting down with the representatives.
No way.
judges.
Yes,
And
it's-
they're pushing him my guy's good. You watch out because those body shots do more damage than you might think.
Is it because though? What are the judges? They must be getting. The only way I can see is they're getting paid off.
100%.
They are getting paid
100%.
off.
100%.
Didn't they say she got 30 grand shifted into her account?
There's been a
Secretly?
judge who they can prove got 30 grand sent to their account, but with her, she.
Jesus, what are you watching for?
Do a forensics trail.
Even the Nevada State Commission, the head of commission, was like, "Listen, she's usually super reliable. She actually teaches other judges, takes them under their wings." She
doesn't normally get bribes,
Listen to
just
what he
one
said.
time.
He goes, "I don't know if you have this article, Chin. This motherfucker goes, but everyone has a bad night, and she was off." That's the head of the Nevada State Commission going, everyone has a bad night, but she was off.
Wow.
The fuck? You can't have a bad night as a judge. You just
Bad night
cost
is
Triple G
off.
millions of dollars.
Is the guy who said it was a draw. That guy had a bad night.
That
It was
guy
off.
had a bad night. He was off. You're just a crooked bitch.
So this Adelaide Bird, has she had bad decisions in the past?
She's been around forever. Oh, yeah.
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 She's not good at
She's
her
known
job.
for it. She's not good. She should
is
never
Ken
work
Kaiser
in
still
boxing
the
again.
head of NSCC?
Yes.
He's garbage.
Kaiser.
Well,
Yeah.
she shouldn't
He's
work in boxing
garbage.
again because she's taking
He's
payoffs,
taking
right?
her down
I mean,
though. He took her off the judging board for a little while, like a break.
He's one of
Because of this.
let Cecil Peoples continue to fucking judge UFC.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
When everyone's like, dude, he's hurting our sport. Can you please just not have that guy? And he goes, no, I'm going to keep doing it.
And then people, on my Instagram, people and Twitter are like, "Oh, you're telling me UFC doesn't have a bad decision, bitch? We've been around since like 2002. We don't know how to figure it out yet. We're still in these growing process. You've been around for 100 years. We know the sweet science. There's nothing new.
And
it's
also-
just pure corruption. There's not much. There's not corruption on our part. But judges,
No, it's not corruption.
Judges
They're
just
just bad.
suck.
They're
They
just
just
bad.
suck. They don't know.
It's not that far off.
You have pure corruption. That's a fucking problem.
Yeah, you're getting
and
paid.
And here's the other thing. Triple G and Canelo will not rematch. Their fight will not be next.
No?
I bet Triple G fights Saunders, and I bet Canelo fights Lemieux or something like that.
Why?
Because it doesn't make. No, I don't want to see it
why
again.
would they rematch? It's
Who
not
wants
like
to see
it's
it
like,
again?
It's like, oh, if I'm Triple G, it's like according to this, like I know I beat you. You know I beat you.
Yeah.
Why are we rematching? Just because
The only
didn't see it that way?
reason I would rematch is that now Triple G knows and is not afraid. And
He's
would-
never been afraid.
never been
He's not afraid. It's Triple G, sir. So
Yeah.
A good
Triple G.
rematch.
No
would
one's
be,
afraid.
A good rematch would be if Canelo won the first. It was a 10 round fight.
12 round.
12. If Canelo won the first, let's say 7 rounds,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, he's better, and then all of a sudden. Triple G dominates the last 5.
Correct.
Still loses, but like, oh, maybe he's just nervous
Yeah,
early on.
no,
We should
yeah,
do a
there you go.
rematch. That might be interesting to me.
Because the public's not crying out for a rematch. It's such a lopsided fight.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to get, and it's going to, if they do that, then you can have them fight next Mexican Independence Day on the rematch. But you're going to have to go outside. Triple G, fight Saunders, Billy Joe Saunders, and then you have Canelo fight Lemieux. Those are 2 fun fights. And then have them back together. Immediate rematch.
all of this is moot unless you have an independent body that can investigate these
just
judges.
ruins the sport. This fucking
You need
ruins
an
the sport.
independent
It ruins the
investigator.
sport when you
But
can't just get
where's
like
the
that guy
when
won.
it's not
Sure.
fair.
Where's
who
the independent
cares?
investigator to actually do a forensic study on their bank accounts to see what the fuck is going on?
As
That's
a
what I
fan,
wanna
as a
know.
pure only fan of MMA, which is similar to boxing, the 2 guys go at it. You want the fucking release of the guy who clearly won to have his hand raised.
Yes.
That's what. It's just a good end of the story. And when you don't get that, it feels gross.
It feels nasty.
It feels like,
I didn't walk away in the boxing purist when they're like the McGregor Mayweather. That's horrible for our sport. It's a black guy. I'm like,
gives a
bitch,
shit?
this is a black guy.
Yeah,
At
this-
least
yeah.
McGregor Mayweather. There was a clear winner. One guy was clearly better.
Yeah.
He got finished. Okay, that's how it works.
Sure.
We're done with that. In this, oh my God, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is the worst thing for your sport. And you had all these new eyeballs. Mayweather McGregor helped this fight.
Yeah, right. Help this fight because they're like, oh, now boxing's a thing. That's right. Oh, let me look. And apparently, this next fight is going to be the best one. I'll
If
watch it.
Nobody's
And then it's like,
watching,
meh.
and you have this kind of situation,
crazy
and you
is
don't
it?
have an independent. If you don't
It's
have
always
like a
gone on
equivalent
in
of USADA or
in
something.
Olympic boxing.
It's always
There's
gone on.
no more
Olympic, yeah.
corrupt sport in the world than boxing.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's all based on judging. Unless there's a knockout, it's all down to the judging.
But at this level, it's so tough to get a knockout. At that
Yeah.
highest level, and you have these 2 guys are so talented.
That's also why I stopped watching boxing. They just stopped being knockouts, and it's like I don't care who someone says won.
Wow.
You know? I
Did
wanna
you see any
it
of the
finish.
UFC? Did you see Luke Rockhold?
I saw all of it. Yeah.
What'd you think of Luke?
I thought he looked all right. He didn't look great. I thought he looked all right. He got hit with a lot of clean shots from Branch. If he was fighting a guy like Whitaker, he could be in some trouble. If Bisbing, GSP,
Hector Lombard lost.
Yoel Romero, if he's fighting those upper echelon guys,
Yeah.
he'd be in some trouble. But again, ring rust is real. 405 days, whatever his layoff, 411 days.
What was wrong with him?
It was a good tune-up fight.
He
for him.
just took some time off. He was doing modeling stuff like that.
That takedown was big for him. But yeah, it was a lot of wrestling, a lot of clinching against the cage.
I thought he got hit with a lot of shots. I thought Branch was aggressive. Branch did pretty good. When he got
Tough.
to the ground, if I told you Branch was a black belt from Renzo Gracie, you'd be like, really? I think
Oh, he
was
is, though.
Oh my God, high level black belt.
Wow.
Yeah. But he was in trouble once he hit the ground.
I watched that. The Lombard fight was actually good. Anthony Smith was sitting there in his face, and and they were going back and forth, and Lombard was chopping Anthony Smith's legs up.
Was it pretty even till the
and then
knockout?
Anthony Smith landed that right hand. Boom, 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 boom.
Uriah Hall looked good. Uriah Hall's fight. It started off with the whole card started off sick. It was a good card. It was a fun
Damn,
card.
look at all these KOs and TKOs.
Yeah, it was a fun card. The worst
Damn.
card on the whole thing was the heavyweights.
Dude, there were
awful
2
fight.
decisions.
Yeah, it was a really good card.
The rest are all submissions and
know.
knockout. Wow.
Uriah Hall got rocked early on and came back to knock out.
Mike Perry boy is rough guy. What is his ranking, Mike Perry, right now?
I'll look right now.
Maybe 11.
Mike Perry.
So he's not in the top.
He's not ranked right now?
Is this taking into account that last fight?
No.
Yeah,
It's
they're
usually
always
not
like
updated
4
right
months
away.
behind. It's always like, what? What are these June 2015
They might
rankings?
put him in the top 15.
But not
And he's
necessarily.
calling out, well, no, yeah.
I just can't wait to see who Connor's next fight's going to be.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Who do I think or who do I hope?
What do you want?
Khabib.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
I don't.
Or Aldo. Diaz you can get any time. So do that in a year. Who cares?
Fair point.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
Diaz
want to
is
see
the
it
next
again, but
fight,
like
though,
there's
right?
no rush on that. Title fight or not title fight, it doesn't matter. I'll still watch that fight.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
At 55.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
Conor?
don't feel like there's any demand for Conor versus Nate. Like, because Nate's
now,
not,
no.
he's not a title holder. He's not even ranked in the top 3, 4,
is
5.
there more of a demand for him to fight Khabib?
I think it's like he's sort of been ducking him. Or he should be
would be
getting this
too.
fucking. He's great too.
Khabib is.
You know, the winner of Tony Ferguson, Kevin Lee, would probably have more to say.
Yeah,
Because they're actually
sure.
fighting. Khabib hasn't fought. Can't make
He
weight.
keeps pulling out. That's a
Keeps
problem.
fall-
It's a
like,
problem.
You can't,
He's just so good.
The problem with Khabib, he's so unreliable. Like, you can't,
At some
you
point,
can't market a fight.
Yeah,
around
at some
him.
point, that's like that's part of who you are, man.
It really is.
Yeah.
You can't market a fight around the guy. You can't put all this promotional money into him and then book this huge card. And let's say they want to do it in Russia, like there was rumors.
Yeah.
Okay, you can put all, and then does he make it? Does he get sick again? Does he not make weight? Is he eating tiramisu? We haven't seen him fight. Americans really don't know who he
Tiramisu.
is. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Tony Ferguson. I'd love to see Tony Ferguson. Conor.
Tony Ferguson would be cool.
He has to get through Kevin Lee October 7th. That's a tough fucking fight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got, Chin?
Oh, what do you think of people giving Branch flack for tapping to submissions?
What?
So
He tapped from strikes. He didn't tap from a choke or anything. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so Rockhold started him out. Branch turned, and then Rockhold had him basically flattened out, was punching, and he tapped.
I didn't see that. I thought the ref just stopped it.
No,
didn't
I
see
knew
him
he
tap.
tapped, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I mean, what do you want him to do? Why is it like I have to be in imminent danger of being choked to sleep before I can say that's
Getting
enough?
hit in the back of the head's
it's
gonna
just
fucking
strikes. When people tap to strikes,
Yeah, it always
people
gets
don't
that.
like it.
Yeah, it always gets that thing like what a pussy. But it's like I'm not defending. I'm not strong enough right now, or have enough gas to actually
got
get out
double
of this. And
underhooks.
it's like how
Yeah, he
much
might
longer?
have been
Double-
rocked. I don't know. It's always you're always
almost
gonna
at that
take
point-
heat when you do that.
it's almost
I'm
at that point
surprised
the
just
ref
didn't
should
give him
go-
his neck.
What?
I'm saying like his neck was there. I'm surprised Luke didn't go for it.
Why not just? How much time was left in the round?
Not much.
Oh, that's when you go for that submission.
But yeah, people are getting flack, especially when you're a black belt. You know,
Yeah.
there was
4:05. So 55 seconds left.
my guys ran down punches on it. That's all.
It's like
that's
he's gonna keep
eternity.
going for forever?
That's forever.
Yeah.
That's forever. 55 seconds when a grown man's on top of you, punch you in the face.
Luke Rockhold?
That's forever.
Oh my
Dude, I just
God.
had to do a promo on some like press thing with the all right, you have 15 seconds to say whatever you want. But the guy goes, just so you know, it's longer than you think. I was like, okay. But I'm a com, I know. So I did it and then I finished and the guy's like, 2, 1. I'm like, I didn't even get to the whole 15.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's a long time. Get
What else
punched
you
in
got,
the
Chin?
face.
All right, the next one is Kevin Hart being extorted for money.
You seen this?
Yeah.
I tried not
bro.
to look at it, but yeah.
Why? It's what's going on.
No, let me see.
FBI investigating alleged sex tape extortion plot against Kevin Hart. He went public with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
Have you
did.
seen his Instagram?
Uh-huh.
So he went on Instagram admitting that he cheated on his girl. He was like, I want to apologize to my girl and kids because the girl's gonna was like, hey, I'm gonna release this tape if you don't give me money.
It was the girl who's trying to
Is
extort
that
him.
there?
Yes.
Is that right there?
Keep your mouth shut, bitches.
Well, so let's see. This is Kevin's actual response
Yeah.
to it. Do you guys want to even hear this?
I don't wanna
or-
see it.
Okay.
I love him too.
But yeah, I mean, she wanted
That's
the
not
money.
bad.
No,
I love him too.
Nah,
but it's
Dude, they
not
tried to.
bad.
There was some hockey player who fucked some lady, and she was like, I took a picture of us in your bed, and I'm gonna put it out to the world. And he's like, yeah, I'm single. I don't. Yeah, go for it. You're hot as shit. Put it out there. That'll only help me. Like, what are you talking? I'm gonna give you 10 grand, crazy ass.
What the hell? I'll give you 10 grand to post that, bitch. What are you talking about? Yeah, with Kevin, it's fucking tough, man. And this is his third offense too. Like he's been caught 3 times now.
At least
He's just
alleged.
bad at it.
He's just bad at
When
it.
you're that famous, there's going to be people that extort you.
Who's the girl?
You know, this
the
is
girl
new.
took a picture. Where's she getting that picture?
It's a video.
You know,
it's a
nowadays
video.
there was an article in the New York Times about how you define rape on college campus. And girls, a lot of like Betsy DeVos is like, there's got to be like some recourse for the guy, because she was saying a lot of these cases are women, two guys, they were dating, got drunk, they broke up, they got really drunk, they had sex, and about 6 months later, she goes, that didn't feel quite right. He gets brought up on a college rape tribunal as rape. Now it's not. He can't go to jail, but it's a civil case. You don't go to jail. Your whole reputation is ruined. And these two sociology PhD candidates wrote an article, and they're both women, about how it should be the women that define it, and the men shouldn't define it because they're the perpetrator unless they didn't do it.
You can define it however you want, just like your gender, but when it has repercussions on someone else,
you're ruining their life.
You can't just define it however you want.
You're ruining their life, man. And it's like, if you guys are both drunk and something happens, and you 6 months later you're talking to your fucking friends who are whatever the case there is. It's like, it really worries me.
Kevin Hart, no one's drunk here.
Nobody's drunk here.
It just reminded me of like, I'm sorry. It just reminded me of just like the world we're living in, where people are. I don't know, man. It's just it's a scary time. I can't remember why
I'm not sure the connection at all.
No, I mean, I was trying to make a connection
like
for everyone listening. I can't find it either.
I can't remember what.
But the thing is if you're gonna fuck a girl and there's a camera in the room, and you're Kevin Hart, that's where you should stop.
I had a chick ask me, because you ever kill it? You ever just kill it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
And I killed it. It was one of those where it's like just on.
You wish it was on tape.
It feels like a meal.
Yeah, and she is like, hey, I noticed your laptop thing was open. You weren't recording us, were you? Because I would love to see that. And I was like, oh, fuck. No, I wasn't. That was a great idea.
Damn.
Yeah. But just the fact that people are even thinking about
I've never done that.
No,
but you're single, so it's a different animal, Ari.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for Kevin... he should have people around where
use your head, man.
Cell phones.
If you're single or like a priest or something like that, anything where you're not supposed to be fucking to the public. How's she letting him take this picture? How's he letting her take that picture? What's that picture? Let me see the picture.
Do we know exactly how it went down?
He's a trusting guy.
That's the picture.
Where?
So that's just the screenshot of the video. So there's a full video somewhere.
So she took the video. He let her take the video.
So there must have been someone else, another girl in the room, that just took a little video of it.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes when you're rock hard and you got two dimies in the room, you're like, fuck.
You're just laughing, feeling like king of the world, a little drunk.
And he's the one that actually, confessed instead of paying her money. He just confessed on his
I like
Instagram.
that, where it's like, but then am I going to get, if I can get the footage back, am I going to know for sure it's over, or just get it out there? Benjamin Netanyahu, have you heard of that guy?
No.
Benjamin Netanyahu?
Yes. He was running for, I think...
He's the prime minister of Israel.
Mayor of Jerusalem at the time.
Okay.
And the guy who's running against sent him a letter, an envelope, said, okay, I got pictures of you cheating on your wife. So here are the options. You can drop out of the race and you get all the pictures. I don't want them anymore. I don't have any use for them. Or you can stay in. I'm going to release these and ruin you that way. So, you're done. You're done either way.
And Bibi Netanyahu is a badass.
Yeah. And he goes, all right. And he just called a press conference. And he goes, this guy's blackmailing me. But something I did with my wife, I view that as a personal issue and has nothing to do with this campaign.
Type move.
He fucking went up like 30 points in popularity.
He's a fucking gangster.
Won the election. It was a tight election.
He was an elite commando in Syria. He's a bad motherfucker.
He was like, do what? No. Thank you for that.
Thank you for showing your weakness. I'll show my strength and response to that.
He's not hearing a peep out of you.
You ain't gonna slow him down.
That's illegal. If she goes to jail for that, she can go to jail for extorting.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, and also get the word out to these other bitches. This will not be allowed.
This is what happens.
Men can cheer on the wives all they want. It's not a problem legally.
Damn it.
This is.
And by the way,
you're ruining it for all the bitches who want to fuck famous people. You want to go get that D'Elia cock. He's got a fucking wife.
That's right.
You put this out there, that means nobody gets that cock anymore.
Preach.
No dick.
Preach.
For those skeptical bitches.
You're hurting women. You're hurting thirsty women.
You actually hurt.
There's always going to be a couple of bad eggs that ruin it for everybody.
Yeah. God, she doesn't look bad though. It's a little blurry.
No, she's pretty. I mean, I'm sure they're hot as fuck.
Yeah. That's what Kevin Hart's going for. Look at his fucking $180,000 watch in that shot.
And his wedding ring.
That's what I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. The point I was making about the rape
there you
thing
go. Yeah.
is that now what like college kids are doing is there is an app. They're trying to come up with an app, and kids are recording Like they're fucking recording the
having
whole
sex?
thing. Yeah, or they
don't
you
get-
sign. There's an app now where you can like where you go
Consent form
and all that shit. What the fuck are we doing now? You're in the bedroom in the most intimate moment. You can't let things happen. It's got to be a contract. Fuck you.
And they're like, well, it clears up any problems. Like any problems. Most guys and most women don't have problems.
99% of people don't
So
have
like, we
issues.
just. I don't want to slow down for some fucking rapist's sake.
Yeah, and the FBI, the FBI
Like,
and
that's
Justice
not me.
Department,
It's
the
rapist.
FBI and Justice Department talking about there's this bullshit narrative that goes on at 1 in 4 women are sexually assaulted on college campus or
Yeah.
The fucking the Justice Department was like, actually on college campuses it's 1 in 53. Still too
53,
many.
I've heard that.
Still too many.
53.
Still too many, but it's still 1 in 53. And also the FBI
Still too
came out
many,
with their
right.
rape statistics, which have actually been falling through. Thank God, falling over the years. So there are certain statistics that get skewed where you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Don't get what bothers me is you're getting in the way of a good time and getting in the way of intimacy between two people.
People are fucking less now.
And now
you know?
you're gonna
Real
have people who
cockblocks.
have. Yeah, you're getting two people who love each other, and just in case,
Well,
let's
love's
sign
an
a fucking
extreme word.
prenup.
People
now.
in America are fucking at a way lower rate than they were in the 90s.
They're not sexual. The
so
academic
worried about
institutions are against sex.
The men have been defanged. They're all turned into fucking chins, you know?
Defang.
Giant
Real guys left.
real guys.
3 of us should get a timeshare and just start.
Just plowing.
Yeah,
But
Dad,
we'll just have them sign a consent
Let's
as they
ruin
walk
our-
in.
let's
3 men and a
Our
bunch of little ladies.
bunch of ladies.
What else you got, Chin?
All right, so John Jones tweeted out.
Wait, how much cash does she want?
It
Mid
said
six
multi-million.
figures.
Multi-million.
I heard 8 figures, even something
8
like that.
figures? Bitch, you crazy.
Yeah, that's if you ask for 45 grand, you could get that.
Yeah, you asked for 40? All right.
Yeah.
Well, just shut the fuck up. Here's
off.
40.
$10 million.
You know what? You pay that 40, though. Just, who knows if she's ever going to go away for sure.
Exactly. Kevin Hart doesn't even like that
I'd
wife.
be like, let's go. I'll go right to the cops. There you go. Fuck off.
Okay, John Jones' tweet after he failed the B sample, when that came in, he tweeted this afterwards. He said, dude, the truth is I would never do steroids. I put that on my children and I put that on my heavenly father.
I mean, everyone thinks it's a little weird that he passed all the random tests, and the day he knew he was going to be tested, he tested positive. It does seem strange. I don't think it means he didn't have it in the system, but it just seems weird. No? Am I way off?
There's just so much to go into it. The problem is in this drug, Trembolone or what the fuck it's called? Trinabol. There's guys in like single A, double A baseball, minor league baseball, and even Major League Baseball, where a lot of them have been busted for this because it's in, I think they said 27 or 47 supplements at GNC.
Really?
See, that's the thing. And it's like, but at this point, John Jones, once you've already had that shit, you can't put a burger in your mouth.
So is he?
before asking
So is he
questions.
that big of an idiot? Or my only issue, and I used to be so like, oh, John Jones is fucked. He's so screwed. Then when I actually looked into it and saw that all these that same supplement they test positive for is in all these things at GNC. I'm like, all right, well, maybe he's not completely full of shit.
Yeah.
My only thing
But
is
then,
But you
look
can't
at
just
his
put a random
history.
thing from GNC in there because you already have these allegations. You got to be more careful.
You look
than
at his
most people.
you look at his history, and it's not pointing in the positive direction because his history is so bad.
But no one really believes that John Jones is a longtime juicer, right? That's not the theory out there. The theory out there that was a dick pill.
Now I'd say the majority does think he was on.
That he was just full on juicing up.
My issue is this: when if you take a supplement from GNC,
Yeah.
okay. So I know that, like Cowboy Cerrone said, he was going to take some anti-inflammatory, and he fucking texts Novinsky, and he goes, "Dude, can I take this?" And Novinsky goes, "Don't take a chance. I have something for you. This is something else." So fighters that really are paranoid, if I know I'm going to get caught by USADA, I ain't putting shit from GNC in my body, especially if I'm John Jones, without checking with the authorities.
It does go a
Is
little
that
far.
fair?
That's fair, and he's not that stupid. So the
He's not
GNC
that
play, I
stupid.
don't know if it works for this.
So this is
and
an oral
the other
steroid?
thing.
on some old roid.
It's super old. It's like from the 60s.
Yeah,
That's the Russian teams
You're
use.
taking the one time.
I know. And the other thing is, though, John, the last time with those dick pills, I never bought it was dick pills. I didn't buy that story at all.
You did not
at all.
What about with Anderson?
No, God, no. I don't buy. No. That's all. They narrate those stories, and the public's like, I can kind of see.
They did that when Martin Lawrence I talked to a manager about Martin Lawrence. Do you remember the story with him being naked with a gun?
Yeah.
And they were like he was dehydrated and this is whatever. And the manager goes, have you ever been dehydrated? I'm like, yeah. He goes, does anything close to that result in that kind of behavior?
God,
I'm
that's
like,
so
no.
true.
He goes, yeah, it's just a spin. His team did a spin.
But it's crazy to me that it
It
works.
was crack. It was just crack.
Yeah, it's crack.
Yeah.
Man. It's like, say it works for some people.
Yeah, and people
like
go,
the public
dehydrated.
goes, oh, dick. Yeah, he fucks so many chicks, dick pills. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Clomid shows up when you're on a post-cycle therapy. You take that after you do a stack of steroids.
I do know guys like BJ Penn. Sometimes the process, like BJ was taking this stuff for years. It was legal, and then they said later this can also be used as a masking agent. Which masking agents, unless I'm wrong, don't give you anything. It just covers up
Correct.
the shit you would do. And so BJ's like, I don't do that shit. I didn't get the memo that suddenly this thing I was taking is no longer allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're going to fucking get me in
BJ
trouble.
Penn didn't look like he was doing
Right, and BJ
steroids.
Penn's are known not to do that guy.
But with John, it's just a little different because if you're under that much scrutiny and you know for a fact they're going to be all over you,
Yeah.
it's
It's like Anthony Weiner trying to keep his
agree.
Twitter, and it's like, Anthony, you can't because you fucked up so
You're an
many
addict.
times that
You're an
you
addict.
boot up. I don't use it because it doesn't matter. No one trusts you with it anymore.
Yeah.
So at some point, John, even if he wasn't taking anything, it's like you can't put any supplement in you without really double and triple checking it, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
A
what
guy
to
like
believe.
that who knows everybody's watching him, who's got so much
how
on
did
the
he
line, and
pass
so
the
careful.
test?
I would suggest that I don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about what this is like, but my feeling is that from my periphery and from people I know who are in the business,
Yeah.
and from what they've told me about how prevalent steroids has always been,
Yeah.
my feeling is a guy like John Jones and a lot of guys, he probably met some people who said, look, this is very effective and this goes out of your body after 2 days. Or
You
whatever.
know his brother. So both his brothers play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Both are super fucking stud. Chandler Jones for Arizona is ridiculous, all pro. He got busted too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And that was steroids. So you're telling me, so let's just extrapolate for a second, really. You got a guy who's that special, and he took a random bottle
Let's
at
extrapolate.
GNC that
Too many syllables.
somehow had.
Yeah.
Let's extrapolate this. I don't know how you would do that. I just
It's a tough
common
sell for me.
sense.
It's a tough
You're
sell.
going to take these. If you give me a protein shake, I swear to God, if I'm dealing with you, I'm going to go biggest fight of my life. What's in the protein shake, bro? What do you mean monk fruit? What I got to see.
I mean, if you're a sober
ingredients.
alcoholic and someone hands you a drink,
Yeah.
even not at a bar,
Correct.
you ask what's
Correct.
in
Let
it.
alone millions of dollars on the line in
Yeah.
your entire career.
Correct.
So I don't know. It just doesn't add.
I mean,
up to me.
tomorrow, sure, take the random thing. But today, the day of your fight, don't take that shit. Yeah.
This is what else bothers me about it.
It just sucks.
If I was convicted of testing positive for steroids, I don't give a fuck what my PR team says, what my manager says. I would have got on the fucking horn and told everyone, hey, I'm at front of my house, get out here. I'm going to tell you guys, I did not fucking take a thing.
Correct.
I took this fucking, I guess if I test positive, I took this protein powder from GNC. That's all I fucking did.
That's
I
right,
swear to God I beat DC.
That's exactly right.
Him going silent and them trying to come up with a story
Correct.
now.
With weight on it.
Weeks.
Correct.
The fucking
I have
laughing.
Yeah, well, you
I
do wait when
couldn't
you
agree
spin
with
stuff
you
when you're
more.
like, I've done something wrong. Let me figure out how to come up with a good lie around it. You don't when it's like, no, I did not. It's like right away. Somebody accused me of getting creepy with somebody, my friend's ex, which is just not true.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just kill yourself right away. Kill yourself. Not like, well, it might have been this. It was like,
you're
fuck
like,
off,
no,
die,
no.
no.
Yeah.
You didn't wait 6 weeks to respond to his
Yeah,
text. You're
right,
being
exactly.
creepy.
That's
Like,
exactly
fuck
what,
you.
that's exactly
Yeah,
what
right.
you would do. You'd go, hold on.
Oh, whoa.
'Cause your lawyers
I'm gonna do
go,
Facebook
his
Live.
lawyers said
His lawyers
keep it
probably say,
quiet.
keep it quiet. Well, let's see what this plays.
I'm like, no, fuck you guys. This is what's going on. I didn't do anything, so they're not going to find anything. Oh, it was a summon from Jim C. All right, let me find it. Here's it in my bag. I took this. This is what test positive.
Test
I'm
this.
on
Test this
steroids.
right now.
Test this right now.
That's right.
There you go. There's the old bag. I did
right.
nothing.
That's right.
But then being quiet and trying to come up with a story, nah, man.
Yeah, I
It
just
just
don't
does suck
believe it.
because I loved watching him fight. And it's like, I won't now for a prop. I mean, they're not going to go easy
You
on
know
him.
what?
They're
The
not gonna go easy on
UFC
him.
won't miss him. I hate to say it. At the end of the day, it just
I
moves on. The
disagree.
train moves on.
Who do you think his next fight is?
The train's not moving on. The train's moving like this. So when you say they're not going to miss him, they're going to miss the fuck out of him. Who else
He
can
sells
watch light
fights.
heavyweight?
I'm saying the fans. You think the fans?
Oh my God, he's the second biggest draw.
I have no interest in watching a Daniel Cormier fight.
No one does.
For the title?
No one does. Like he was the one star. He wasn't as big as Conor, Ronda, and Brock. He's the next tier. And he was by far the biggest.
And he's been gone.
He's been gone.
Yeah.
He's barely fought.
Everyone likes that story.
So what do you think now?
What do you mean?
He's saying this.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell
you right now. His next fight, John Jones, Brock Lesnar,
WWE
in WWE.
Yeah.
Sanctioned, not. Who gives a fuck? The fans will watch. Who cares if it goes on his official record?
Yeah.
It would be massive.
Good
full
chance.
roids, not full roids. Who cares?
Good chance. Some fake bullshit.
Maybe that's why I called out Brock Lesnar in the octagon too, because it's like, hey, I ain't gonna be allowed to fight here much longer. So, let me set up my next fight.
What do you? We don't know, but I mean,
all
is there
speculation.
more investigation right now? Or?
No, the commission has to decide what they're going to do. They're going to look at all the evidence, and then, he's looking at a 4-year suspension max.
We've already come down as hard as they can on him before. They don't like.
Was that a 2-year suspension or was that a year suspension?
A year.
The UFC's already stripped him of his belt, so it has to be some pretty serious shit.
At this point, I could see the UFC going, listen, you pulled out of a fight for something else, bad behavior, pulled out of this fight now, then now we fight, and now you're fucking overturned. Honestly, I'm sure we can make more money off you. We're no longer interested.
Yeah.
Go help Strikeforce, go help whatever.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Don't
We're
say
just no longer
Strikeforce,
interested.
but
Even though you're the best, we don't know when you're back. We're just going to move on.
Good chance, especially the new owners.
New owners, right?
You know,
William Morris, the Disney owners.
Yeah, the Disney owners, though, the William Morris, though, they don't give a fuck. Like, if John came out and they're like, we fucked up. It was a product, and then he hit a pregnant lady. They need ratings so bad, they would keep him in.
So is UFC suffering in big ways in ratings?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Do you think it's because of the buyout or because they put on fucking a fight every 7 days?
Both.
Yeah.
They don't have
got so much.
They don't
I
have the
couldn't keep
stars.
track.
It's oversaturated. The testing's so strict. The marketing.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect shitstorm right now. They'll get out of it. There'll be new stars, but right now they need John Jones.
Sports seems like it's evolving faster now than it was 10 years ago, so that your star goes 2 years instead of 8 years.
Correct.
So it's hard to really keep track of. Like,
you got
who the favorite
teams of
players
guys
are.
being able to break down your game plan, right? And it must be much harder. You
Yeah.
got sophisticated teams who are solving your whole game. Right? You think that's fair?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like running backs, where you're like, oh, that guy's great, and then 2 years later, like
Run backs are solid for like 3 years.
3 years, and that's it. So you can't really get behind.
That wasn't
them for
always
forever.
the case, too, right? Tony Dorsett played for what, 10?
Well, there's
More,
outliers.
but there's outliers.
But in general,
Was it always a short?
They're always short.
When you're
Take
great,
your
you're a
speed.
Pro Bowler, and then all of a sudden you're like, you got cut? What do you mean he's a Pro Bowler 2 years ago?
Like
It's like
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Last year was Cleveland. It's a bummer.
What's he do now? He bags groceries, but good. He did some good though.
He's at Papa John's. Man. What else you got?
Let's see. You texted me this yesterday. That
Oh my
feel-good
god,
story
this
of
is so fucking terrible.
Young Hoku.
Dude, so this kicker, I was talking about, he's a
Hoku?
he's the first Korean-born kicker in the NFL. He's a beast of a kicker, won like the Ray Guy Award. And I was telling Chin about him on the Big Round Breakdown how big of a deal. I was like, I'm rooting for this guy. And well, here's what
Young
happened.
Hoku.
For the win.
He lost him the game. He barely missed it.
Had the distance.
He missed last week's too.
He missed last week. Game time last week, but
Yeah.
was blocked.
And so his job is on the line now, apparently.
Yeah, he should be fired. He should be
I don't know
fired.
how
Fucking
that's how it
kicker.
works.
They could have been 2-0 if
know.
it was a better guy in there.
Yeah,
And now they're 0-2 and the season's over.
Yeah, exactly. He's right. They could be 2-0, man.
you
If
think
it
they'll
wasn't
get
for
rid of him?
him.
2-0 in a new market.
2-0 and you're Korean?
In a new market, trying to like get fans to like appreciate this new team.
Yeah, you're fucked.
And you need to be like 4-4 and have a chance of the playoffs. And then
most
within
kickers
3
at
games
that
now they
level
won't.
are all the same. So it's like, all right, here.
Yeah, you ain't Sebastian Janikowski. You're just some guy. Plus, you're Korean. We already don't think you're invading. You know,
Hey.
there are fucking satellites in that football.
There's a Korean man in our fucking presence right now. There's an ethnically Korean man, but he is American.
Yeah, he's fucked, man. So he's
a rookie, though.
He's 1 for 4.
Oh,
He's a
that
rookie. Give the
that
kid a
alone.
chance.
No, it doesn't work
Not in
like
the
that.
NFL, huh? They don't give
Do
him
you think
They'll
kid a
they'll toss
chance?
him?
Yeah,
They're bringing another guy in this
they're
week.
easy to replace. There's always a guy who's not even in the NFL who can do fine.
Yeah, it's a kicker.
What happens to his contract then? Will he?
Nothing. You get no money.
No, you
There's
get paid out the
guaranteed
year,
money.
don't you?
No, fuck
You
no.
don't get paid out the year.
No.
Damn, that sucks.
No, it's no guaranteed money in football. Wow. You suck at your job, man. You shouldn't get paid. If you bombed every night at stand-up, would you get paid?
No, but if I bombed on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and like we don't need you for Saturday, you still got to pay me for Saturday. I came out here under the contract that you're going to pay me.
Yeah, true.
But
The NFL's a little different.
yeah, NFL's different. Yeah, they don't. They're ballers. They're gangsters. The way they have
What
no
else you got,
guaranteed
Jim?
Really
contracts.
ballers.
1 for 4. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
He's done.
Fucked, man.
He's
How
done.
can he not? God damn it. I was
Maybe
rooting for that
somehow Korea will be reunited, North and South, with hatred of this guy. But it's just a silver lining. I'm just trying to think of silver
No,
lining.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
thinking in a geopolitical way.
Did you see Teddy Atlas go off on a decision? It wasn't the Canelo Alvarez decision, but it was this one. Escandón against Cave.
12 rounds to nothing, and what, Escandón won?
He just talks about the corruption in boxing, but he goes off like crazy.
Let's see.
I love it.
Wins a split decision, including one judge who had it 117 to 111 for Oscar.
I love Teddy Atlas.
Teddy, I know you pretty much said your piece, but
Wow.
more seconds. Just what did we see?
I love when this guy gets mad.
Look, I could take 10 years, and it's been years and years. It's the same garbage, the same trash. I have no choice. I've been in this business 40 years of life. Where am I going to go? I got nowhere to go. If I did, I'd get the hell out of it. I'd get the hell out of it. I'm tired of watching these fighters that put everything on the line. They get in the ring, they come out of the ring with less of themselves physically than they had when they went in. And this gets done to them by a bunch of cowards at ringside that never took a punch in their life. I'm sick of it.
Good for him.
Well, I will say this: Tyson Cave has a family and children that could cost him.
He's got one more burst.
$1,000 down the line losing this fight. But there it is.
That's it.
He did the same thing with the
He's right.
with the last Pacquiao fight. He
right.
kind of went off. He slammed to death.
It's gross.
Oh, with Horn?
It's gross.
Teddy Atlas. He was like, "This is terrible."
But what do we do about it? How do you solve the problem? It keeps happening. You've got to investigate
You got to
them
address
legally.
it, man. You got to realize. You got to.
How do you go around the NSAC?
You get
say,
you get
"Nah,
an
we're gonna make our
independent
own thing."
investigator, independent investigator, a commission, and they go and investigate this shit. They do a forensics accounting to see if who's getting paid off. You do all of it, and you can do it. You can get to the bottom of it, but you have to have the will, and the commission and everybody else has to have the will to do it. It's got to be a political decision.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you'll never clean up boxing.
And they don't want it done because they want to keep it crooked.
Exactly.
Brendan, let me ask you a question about the Ultimate Fighting Championship and how they do the refs there. Do they rotate them randomly so that no one could pay them off?
It's up to the commission, so Nevada or whatever.
So, like, going in, when you're headlining, do you know who your ref is going to be?
Yes.
You do ahead of time?
No, they during the locker room. They come to before the fight in the locker room.
Right before?
Right before.
Okay.
Like, hey,
so, like,
I'm Big John, I'm your ref tonight. We don't know ahead of time.
So, like, even
The UFC might.
Even once the fights have already started, let's say you're the 11th fight.
Yeah.
So, by the third fight, would you know?
Oh, you would know.
You would know. Okay.
Right when you get to your locker room.
Okay.
He'll come in like Big John or Herb Dean or Mezzagatti and they're like, hey, I'm your ref tonight.
I always wondered if
and
they
they go over the rules.
just rotate them randomly so no one could pay one of them off for
That'd be
for the
smart,
main.
but no.
There's been no allegations of that though. A ref getting involved in,
No, never
in a
in the
UFC
UFC.
decision.
Never. Good question, though.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
That's my time. That's
That's my time.
Trump, he retweeted a GIF. I don't know if you guys seen this GIF.
It's a good GIF.
It is, right?
I don't mind the GIF. The
Let me
problem
see
is
it.
him retweeting it, but here's Trump. Okay, there we go. And he's hitting the ball, and that's there it is.
He cracks me up. I'm sorry, but this is the kind of shit I like about him. He makes me laugh.
So it's Hillary. Yeah.
So I know his caddy. He said he's a fucking pretty good golfer. But he's funny, man.
I mean, that's a big shank, though. If he's hitting an airplane, that's not in the fairway.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you
CNN sucks.
Did you see the Emmys last night?
No, were they all shitting on Trump?
No.
Dude, oh my God. Stephen Colbert, they went so hard at Trump. They had Spicer. Spicer was there.
Sean Spicer?
He rolled out like the White House like podium.
No
yeah,
way.
and was like, this is the biggest event that anyone's ever seen. I'm not lying here. Like, it was crazy.
That's funny.
man.
That's funny.
They went so hard at Trump. It was insane.
Colbert, I heard, did a really great job.
Amazing.
He hosted it.
Yeah,
Good for him.
he did amazing job. What else you got, Jen?
What else you got, Chin?
Pretty much it, other than this thing, which it's not that big of a deal. It's going viral, though. Someone's feet were creeping into the side of a girl's chair on the
Give it a
airplane.
break. That's
So did
funny,
you see?
though. He's got cute feet. That's funny, man.
It's like no one cares about anyone else. Ugh.
That is kind of gross, though.
Sure, I mean,
No,
her
it's
feet
not.
are
It's
up
just
on
funny.
someone else.
It's not that big
Gives
of a
a fuck,
deal.
but it is funny,
Wait, this
though.
is going
Her
viral?
face is
Going
so
viral.
funny, though. She looks funny.
It's like RG3.
I mean, at that point, if I saw
sure.
somebody's feet, I'd be like, guy, lady, no.
Yeah, I would slap my
Come
hey,
on.
hey, come on.
What are you doing?
What are you
Can't put your
raising a
feet in my
bar?
area.
What are you raising a
Who's
bar?
that,
That's a lady.
who's that
That's the
person?
lady. That was on
Damn.
the
That's a
plane.
lady who got upset about it.
That's a interesting.
Yeah.
Looks like RG3. Like, I'm not trying to be mean.
She has a strong face.
RGJ looks great.
She has a strong face, strong jaw.
He's still in the league?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
I guess he is.
Is that it, Chin?
Yeah, that's it.
Boom, boom.
Got you a little dropping knowledge here. I wanted to just say that there's a lot of talk about hate speech. And there's a lot of talk about, if you read sort of I've been reading about these college campuses.
Fuck you, Kike.
Yeah. Hey, man, that hurts me.
What? Oh.
But here's why.
I don't understand where you're going with
Here's
this?
why you're
Okay.
allowed to say that. Here's why that has to be defended as reprehensible as that might be. When people say, well, your hate speech is making me feel stigmatized, is making me feel underrepresented, is it hurting me? The problem is that speech, the reason speech is in the First Amendment and is protected is because it's effective.
Yeah.
Okay, so speech is very powerful. Speech gave women the 19th Amendment, the ability to vote. Speech was where women got up and screamed in the street. It was so prevalent in the civil rights. Can you imagine if the civil rights didn't have people screaming and shouting for their rights even when hoses were being turned on them and dogs were being turned on them? That is what freedom of speech does. It wakes people up. And by the way, when people were marching in the streets for equal rights, black people in the South, that was very offensive to a lot of white Southerners. But that doesn't mean that speech isn't protected. So you have to protect speech because it's effective, because sometimes it's very effective at shaking up the power structure and giving marginalized people their rights because it's effective. That same power can also, believe it or not, offend a certain subset of the population, including good people and bad people. It's a double-edged sword. So that's why the First Amendment is very important. So colleges, about 300 of them, universities, pass what's called hate speech legislation, which is you can't say anything that's offensive to me and you have to own your impact. So when you say something like, I don't know.
How do they decide what's offensive?
So they've all been defeated in courts because the First Amendment says no. Even though it might make you feel stigmatized or upset, you're not allowed to do that. Now, in a dorm, you can't hang a Confederate flag. But you can't say, and the law is very clear, you can't say you're not allowed to hang a Confederate flag, but you can hang an American flag. You have to say you can't hang any flags. You can't have a bullhorn and come into a classroom and go, fuck you, all white, all black people suck. You can't do that because you'll get kicked out because you're disturbing everybody with noise. It's not the content.
Oh, right. It's the yelling.
It's the noise and it's the yelling. Yeah. And it's very important to make that distinction. And it's very important to protect hate speech. It's very important to protect the ability, all speech, because it has power to make change and move. Because the other side of it has a force for good. Sometimes it can be used for a force for good, bad. Here's where the big distinction is. If I use speech as a true threat to you, so if I say, Brendan, kick that motherfucker's ass.
Good luck.
And you're right there, and you start beating him up. Well, no. And Ari goes, good luck, and goes, gadoosh, gadoosh, gadoosh. And you get your ass kicked, and I'm in trouble.
Yeah, right. You would have affected your friend Brendan.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. If you have a gun in your hand and I go shoot him in the face, then I can be held accountable because that was a true threat.
Yeah.
But again, when you start saying that your speech hurt me, your speech was, and we hear this on campuses all the time, this is where we're educating our young people. Your speech was violent toward me.
Yikes.
You better be very careful because now that's open to interpretation. And it's against the First Amendment. And there's a reason the First Amendment has to be defended for both sides. And that's very, very important for people to understand. Thank you for holding my hand.
I think people also say, like, sometimes...
So you're not allowed to say we're gay or that we're in love. Or you are.
I say, hey, it's
you're
just
going to hurt
right
my feelings if you do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what hurts my feelings, those business socks as you're telling that story.
Damn it.
That was a good Shabbos socks there.
What were you going to say, Ari, on this?
Just say, some people would say, like, yeah, but if it leads to violence, like it did in, let's say, Charlottesville, then that speech should no longer be protected. The problem with that is... well, then Black Lives Matter has led to violence. That guy shot 2 cops.
So you draw that distinction this way. You
don't. You say that guy who ran somebody over should be put to
correct.
Whatever.
Correct, because he did the violent act.
Yeah. And no one was saying, I want you to go run that guy over.
Right.
You're saying Jews go home. Jews are fucking killing our society. Look, I'm a Jew. I don't like defending that, but like, let him talk.
Yes. And by the way, because when you say that your speech led him to drive his car, and you're now extrapolating that word you're going.
It must have been because of his speech and not because of what he thought before.
Not his family life, not his brain chemistry.
So he just got there walking by and he was got brainwashed and suddenly like, oh, maybe
what are they saying?
And it's amazing how freedom of speech, the First Amendment, is constantly under attack.
Constantly
always
under
will
attack.
be. And you've got to defend.
Let's go outside and just start fucking.
Let's just scream the N-word out loud.
Man.
Let's get racist. Defend my right to be white.
Remember when Kramer got in trouble for dropping those N-bombs, those hard N-bombs?
Yeah. Ruined them, right?
Pretty much.
Stand-up wise.
His comedy, his stand-up also
anyway.
wasn't good at all.
He was already ostracized from the store.
Yeah.
At first, he got there and be like, oh, cool, it's fucking Michael Richards.
Terrible
Kramer.
stand-up It's Kramer.
Within 2 weeks, people were like, beat it.
Yeah, it just
He was
wasn't
so
good.
not a good comic.
It doesn't work that way, does it?
No.
Not at the store.
No.
Not at the store back then. We
Not
didn't
at the
give a shit
Laugh
about
Factory.
anything
He was
except
terrible. I
stand-up.
saw him many times. He's a great actor. He's not a good comic.
But what they want to do is they want to ban the N-word and say you're not allowed to say it.
Bullshit.
But as an English major and as a comedian, as an expressionist, I'm like, well, hold on. N-word's mean, it's hurtful, but it doesn't mean it should never be used. Like, what if you want to hurt someone? What if you're looking to find a black guy and you're like, I don't know anything about you and I'm looking to hurt you? Well, then that's a great word. It's a perfect word. It'll get you upset. So you can't just suddenly say like, don't say certain words. It's like, I don't know, there's a time and a place for everything.
Yes, there is.
You use guns to kill.
Yeah.
But
So like, if I want to kill,
the right
gun would come in
Also,
handy.
very important too is to realize that then what you can do as a white person is go, that black guy called me a honky. Now that becomes just as offensive because you have to have objective law. You can't just do one
They're
word.
the same
Yeah,
power.
that's true.
But it's like if it's like
because you can't write
yeah.
legislation around one word. You'd have to define what it means.
whole.
Is there
Yeah.
violence attached to it? Yes, but that's not enough.
Yeah, but like right. But that's also
In other
got to be
words,
a thing. Like
people when they were saying lynch that N.
yeah.
You know, that's why that word has so much.
Yeah.
You know,
People are actually doing
But the
it.
real problem is that they go, hey, lynch that young man. Same issue. It's like he's gonna get lynched as the main
lynch that
issue.
handsome black young man. Yeah.
I think it's also like honky doesn't really have the same
No,
effects.
of course
So it doesn't
not.
hurt
No,
me as
we
much. It's
didn't-
like if a girl, let's say a woman, like a small woman. What's your name again? MJ punched Brendan. Like it wouldn't have the same damage. Let's say. Is Brendan punched MJ, which would hurt a lot more. So like those aren't the same crime.
But you have to realize also colleges are trying to protect people from opinions and ideas. My opinion and my idea might be very offensive to some people.
Yeah, then talk it out.
Yeah, and here's how you fight it. When somebody comes to your campus with what you consider to be hate speech, because it's always subjective, what you consider to be hate speech, okay? You have a right to do two things. One, leave, or two,
Murder.
counter-demonstrate. No, close.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, have your own
Close. You have a
demonstration.
right to counter-demonstrate with your words. So you have a right to counter their speech with an argument, with your own speech. That is the principle this country was founded
No
on.
one
No,
hears each
no,
other
no.
out.
They
Besides
do now,
don't hear
but-
each
And
other
they don't
out.
just leave because they want their voice. If I get a shitty restaurant or slow service, you should just be like, you know what, I'm going next door. But you don't. That's not enough.
No, you
not
got
enough.
You want everyone to know. You want to have them
Yelp.
business hurt.
Yelp.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not
and thank
enough.
God words have power. It's
Yeah.
what led to great change in this country and in other countries. To women's rights, to gay rights, to black, to brown and black rights. These words are powerful. Thank God they have power. And if something, a gun can be used to kill a bad guy or a good guy. It's the same exact thing. Don't outlaw.
Don't kill
words.
each other.
Don't outlaw words.
Don't
It's
kill
called
each
the
other.
First Amendment. Be an
I'm
American.
gonna do one better. Don't kill each other.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brendan.
that's an option too.
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Brendan Schaub.
Yeah,
All right, then you can get your special right now on Netflix, brother.
yeah. They get my special. It's called Double Negative. It's a two-part special.
Damn,
There it is.
dude.
Yeah, so you can.
I hear great things.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Ari Shaffir, you're a great man.
You're the best.
And you're a
man.
unique motherfucker and a very honest person. I find you to be a breath of fresh air.
Thanks. It's hard in this fucking business.
Even though you're
Hollywood's such
Jewish.
phony. That's not fair.
What happened?
Hate speech.
Oh, no. Hate speech.
What you say is a joke. I said my people suffered. Oh, so it's okay to jump. So people survived the genocide, and now you come in.
You come
and
in.
just joke.
But you grew up-
real funny.
Didn't you grow up Hasidic or Orthodox?
Orthodox, heavy Orthodox.
Heavy Orthodox. So
Yeah.
you had to pray all the time and...
Got to pray. my
Did you
friend.
wear
Got
payas?
to.
Did you have payas?
Yeah.
Got to pay. Right. And did you wear payas?
Yeah, I had them for a little bit.
Do you know the
Small ones.
Do you know the Torah inside and out?
I know it pretty better than you, but like, yeah, I know it better than most people. But it's I've slipped. So,
Yeah.
but nothing new has come, so it's not like I've fallen behind.
The Jews were the great innovators and still are. 1/3 of all Nobel Prize winners are Jews, you
1/3.
bastards.
1/3.
We appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yeah, I wanted to come on here for a long time.
I know we've been
Thanks,
trying to
bro.
make it happen, man.
Yeah, I
Thank
moved
you,
right
man.
after you guys got like going.
I know. We'll see you in NY.
Yeah.
And then next time you're back out here.
Okay.
We love you, man.
Love you too.
This is the Fountain Kid. We're out.